How's it going, boys? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. Yo, by the way, don't talk about with the app. That shit's so inexpensive. It is kind of nice. I don't usually, I don't do the apps that much. Like, to be honest, I don't even get fast food that much. But yesterday I was starving. I was like, dude, there's nothing to eat at all. And I'm like, my sleep schedule has been so off, dude. And then my, like, when I eat food has been so sporadic. It's just not regular. And I was just like, fine most of the day without any food. Yesterday I didn't really eat much. And then it's like middle of the night. I'm like, God, I'm really hungry, dude. Let's open. And then I decided, you know what? I'll get the Taco Bell app. Because the Taco Bell nearby, technically they're open till 2. But they don't serve you. If you just do the drive-thru without the app, or if you're DoorDash, they don't really operate for some reason. So I decided, I'll try the app. With the app, all of a sudden, immediately, okay, let's get your order out of the way. I don't know if it's like a policy or something. I have no idea. They say they're open till 2, but if you go in without an app trying to order, they're like, oh, we're not open. But it's like, but the lights are on. You guys are there. Yeah, we're not serving. I don't understand it at all, dude. I don't get it whatsoever. I feel it makes no sense to me. It kind of breaks my brain a little bit, but it was good. For $6, it was actually really good. Hi, Dal. You farm Invincible. I already had Invincible. I don't need to farm Invincible. However, there is an easy way to farm Invincible if you guys haven't done it. You can technically clear a good portion of ICC on a main character, and then basically use that lockout for all of your ults by combining your characters and make it one character lead, then letting the lead get passed over to another character. Yeah, so there is like a strat you can do. I was actually thinking of doing a little bit of Gul'dan farming a little today, if we're not getting a PTR build. I can even show you exactly what it looks like, man. Haven't had Taco Bell in years. It is not amazing, or it's not to die for or anything. Taco Bell is Taco Bell, right? If the price is low enough, then it tastes pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I like spicy food. Taco Bell has pretty decent enough sauces to, like, you know, make it an enjoyable experience, an enjoyable visit. But yeah, it's really, the price is like what really makes it good, though, to be honest. Like, just to be fair, the price is the only thing that really makes it like worth it. But yeah, if you're not missing out on anything. If you're like, you know what, I haven't had Taco Bell in a while, you're not missing out on anything. It's not like I go there regularly myself either. I just like the cheap prices. I just miss when fast food a couple of years ago when I was in college was like ridiculously cheap. Like, you could just get a decent bite to eat in between the classes, and it really didn't break your bank whatsoever. You know what I mean? Because I lived off of ramen for a good bit in college or whatever, just trying to save as much money as I could. So it was like a nice little like break from yeah, when I was in college, 6 HP pizza, $1 for you guys, so you get like 2-3 of them drinks sort of for lunch. Exactly, like the pricing was really good. Nowadays, like, you go to Taco Bell and it's like, all right, let me get like a burrito combo, and it's like $13, and it's like, I don't know if I want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the, I just don't really know if I want to do that. Like, it's it's not the highest quality of foods for sure, right? It's Taco Bell. It's nothing to write home about or anything like that, right? It's we know exactly why we eat it, but yeah, it is. Yeah, for $6 though. What is it? For $6, it was a Chalupa Supreme, which is massive. 5-layer burrito, which is definitely not healthy, but pretty tasty, mildly tasty. A drink, and like these cinnamon twists, like a bag of cinnamon twists. For $6, not that terrible. You know what I mean? Like, not the worst, but yeah. I was just hungry, and I just wanted some kind of food. And that was like the only place open, and normally they just don't, you can't really do drive-through with them whatsoever for one reason or another, but the app for some reason works. Which one am I trying to lower? I'm trying to lower this. I usually just do Mickey D's just because they're offers, because they also basically, through the app, the food is incredibly cheap. You actually just go in there without the app, you're literally paying more. You're getting a DoorDash, you're literally paying more. Or if you go there with the app, you can actually get some stuff reasonably priced. Not quite the dollar menu we used to have back in the day, which was absolutely goated, and like $5 would really run you a long way. Holy. But yeah. You know what? It's probably to some degree maybe good, just because you're like, well, if everything costs more, even fast food, I might as well just do something a little healthier because it's all going to be same price anyway. You know what I mean? Let's you adult here a little. Alrighty, let's go try to see if I can farm the Gul'dan mount, man. I want to see if I can set up an instance for myself. The problem for me though is, am I going to be able to get in the instance quick enough after I set up a heroic Gul'dan farm? That's what I want to do. I need to walk to the drive-thru and knock on the door 4 a.m. That's another thing too, is actually like late night. Places are not really open late night anymore. What is this? Pillar of the Drowned Cabal. Hey, do you want a pillar? That pillar of the Drowned Cabal. Wait, is it just one B? I literally can't see Cabal. It is one Cabal. Like what the hell? Alrighty, so we'll try it for the Gul'dan mount. Or should I just do like a normal run, chat? Because I have some Shadowlands mounts I still need. Oh, by the way, chat, by the way, it happened. Wait, where's my Mog? Where's my Mog? They dropped, boys. They dropped. They actually dropped. They exist. They exist. I tried him on my rogue, didn't quite look that good with the Mog that I have right now. I actually like the shoulders with my Mog at the moment. It actually looks really good. But I need to do something else to make these babies work, dude. Xavier's shoulders, they're back, baby. We got them. They look so good. Look at them. Oh, they're beautiful. Look at them. They're so good looking. From Xavier's Nighthold remix coming out. I know. But like, bro, Legion items are so dope. I even got myself the Hellfire Infernal. That's why I want to farm Heroic Gul'dan. That thing looks so cool. I never got myself one of those back in Legion. Never. I don't know why I didn't. But there it is. Alrighty. And also got the horse from Sanctum of Domination. So I'm very, very happy with that. I got the horse from Sanctum, so I'm also very happy with that one. I might actually have to steal this Mog and use it on my rogue. I don't hate that, honestly. I tried those Xavier shoulders with my set, but I feel like my shoulders match so much more for this setup right now. But I might have to just steal my druid set. It's really like straightforward blood troll set and like some spiky armor pieces, but like, I don't know, it kind of matches in a way. I think it matches well enough. It's good enough. Could you pair the Transmog with Rapiers of Dreadblades? What, this set? I don't know. I could, but I like the pointy ones. I like the pointy ones, okay? I like the pointy ones, the pointy sticks. Wait, I can just use my... I was gonna say, I should just use my druid to set up a heroic run for Gul'dan, shouldn't I? I should, because the druid is actually gonna have a much faster time with it. Hold on, let me hop back on the druid instead. I was trying to also do something on this guy. I think this is the guy that did the horse charger. I think this is the guy that got the horse, right? Yeah, the Mossworn charger. Right, no. Sanctum Groom charger. Yeah. Alright, I'll go back to the druid. We'll see if we can get ourselves a Gul'dan heroic mount. Another mount I need, actually. Black Hand. That's another one that we could farm. Pack leader 5 melee bombs, by the way. Sentinel does 13 40 million during burst. Wait, Pack leader throws 5 melee bombs? Wait, how's Pack leader throwing that big of bombs? Is the tier set buffing it? Or am I missing something? Also, chat! They added the sword! The Nightborn sword! They did it! It's back! It was back on PTR when they initially released like Legion Time Walking Vendor, but then they removed it before the release, and this thing's back. I hate how they never gave it a handle, but you know what? I'm actually okay with it. I'm actually okay with it. It's back though, baby. Yeah, 4 badges now, dude. It is worth it. It is actually worth it now. Alright, so this is how we do the what is it? The heroic farm raid farm setup. And you guys can actually do exactly what I do if you want to farm certain bosses, certain like heroic bosses, for mounts. Like if the final boss drops you a mount, but you not want to wait for the skip, technically I could wait until next week to get a skip of Echo Time. Actually, Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe I should just wait until next week and do the skip. I feel like this is going to be way too much farm. Have I done throne? I'm not seeing a black hand here. Let's do black hand farm. Let's do black hand farm then. Because I can do that easily on some of my alts. I can do a Mr. Padaria, Shadowlands, Brenner. And we can go, yeah. Yeah, Black for Foundry Mythic. Let's try and see if we can farm Foundry. Farm some of the easier raids. Because next week I'm just going to get the skip for LSM. And it doesn't matter. Also, level a bunch of alts, boys. We got a bunch of buffs for alt leveling right now. Real good. Real big good. So the only mounts that I have left actually is going to be the throne, the Dragon Soul mount. There's like the normal version of Deathwing, which is either from heroic, unfortunately, just because the actual instance is quicker. Which they added like some kind of skip for Dragon Soul. It's just way too much RP, man. Let me skip to the final boss, right? Because it's like the rest of the instance is very boring, not interesting. And then there's like Shadowlands mounts that I don't have, man. Oh, BFA. There's also the Rapture from King's Rest. I don't have that one either. I don't know why. I guess I suck. But that's the only one I have. We have to wait a little skip. If you could have thrown into it. I could have thrown you into it. Oh man, dude, imagine. NA. Let me get rid of the blood. Patience is a virtue. But imagine if you could just help each other out cross realm, cross region. That'd be nice, man. That'd be nice. But it's okay. I just got one more week to wait until I get echo time. And you know what? Yeah, I'm probably just gonna wait till next week and then farm it out. Because I got the mythical damn mount. I'm gonna wait until I get to heroic. Actually, hold on. Is the skip only for mythic? Wait, there's a different skip for heroic, isn't there? Telling me I have a skip for heroic Gul'dan. I'll need to check across my characters to see if I have a heroic skip now. Damn it. It is upsetting. Or I guess I can do mythic and farm it, can't I? No, you get the neck to unlock it all. Wait, so you get the neck and unlocks all? Wait, do you need the neck equipped to be able to like unlock it? Is that how that works? I got two black hands. Has this character done the Emerald Nightmare, Chumus Sargeras, Throne? Okay, he's done Throne. Okay, well that kind of sucked. I didn't really get me anything, unfortunately. For some reason, Mechagon does not count towards the Collector's Bounty event. Wait, really? Mechagon the dungeon? Why? Is that because it was a mythic raid recently? Oh wait, yeah, you can get some really big wildfire bombs. What the hell? Okay, I might need to try out survival then. If it's like the play. Also, I'm sure everyone's bank or mailbox looks like this nowadays, right? It's just, I never had my mailbox filled on so many characters, man, in such a long while. Maxing out part of this season's dungeons. Technically, yeah, but that's lame, man. That is lame. That is lame. Alright. That's another character that can do some mount runs. So it does count as BFA apparently. That is lame. You also like the double if not triple the bombs at Sentinel? Well, I know that because you get like resets on that. I know that. Wait, what's that playing? Panda Monk? Named Cho Sang. Let's try again the mythic. What's his face? Black Hand. That's dumb. I agree. That is dumb. That is very, very dumb. Not a fan of it either. There definitely should be like a different version of it. Like maybe like an NPC that you could talk to when you first enter the dungeon, right? They could switch you between like the legacy mode versus like the time walk or versus the current content mode of that dungeon, right? Just have an NPC at the beginning of the dungeon if it's part of like the seasonal and you just want to farm it for like gear, not run a full mythic, you know, max item level version or whatever. That should totally be like a way for you to be able to skip that. That should totally be a thing. Also, by the way, Worgen Racial is incredibly good for farming raids. I've been spamming that thing so much, and combining with Cheetah, combining together with my Disengage. It is really nice for just raw mobility. I never thought about it that much. Did it just go up? Yeah, it did. I miss the elevator every time, dude. Except for on one druid. One feral almost got on. But yeah, I need to try out the Sentinel as survival since BM pack leader got like nerfed a bit. I know Sentinel survival works. I need to try pack leader survival. I just don't know, like, do you play Mongoose Bite in that thing? Do you play Flanking Strike or do you play Butchery? I feel like Butchery is really good, but maybe you just play Flanking because you get resets and bombs with the beasts anyway. Do you think Cataclysm works for that heroic like lockout thing? I don't think so, right? Yeah, nothing. Okay, so we can also do Throne of the Four Winds really quickly, because this guy hasn't done anything. I guess there's also two Mr. Garrus that I could do. Technically, you could do that one on any difficulty. Even LFR. Just play the same build as Sentinel for pack leader ammo. Yeah, but like technically, since I guess you could. Also, why am I like? Why does the game take me here? Duskwood. Also, finally got my result. That thing is gorgeous. It's beautiful. Wait, what? Okay, apparently hit one button. What other mounts do I need? I need the Necrotic Wake mount, which I can only really do on level 80s, because that content, well, it is a much easier on level 80. At level 70, you like actually start taking damage. It's doable, but it's just like super slow. And then I need a Dragon Soul, which is just super painful. I do want to try to see if it's possible to get like a heroic lockout on Dragon Soul and just like get my ults into that lockout and spam it like that. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. I'm pretty sure you can do that in for Dragon Soul. I think it'll still like share the lockout, because I don't even need like heroic version. I just need the normal version, right? It's not. I've tried it. What do you mean it's not? Does it not work? The lockout thing? Or do you have to run Dragon Soul all the way to the end? That is so lame. That is so lame. You know, I was actually very excited to play some Warrior yesterday, man. That with Thunder Stomping, I kind of like the tiers that you just stomp around more. I just think they need to give them like bigger AoE with at least like increase the cap on AoE. What they really should do with Warrior Cleave, I feel like, is maybe like reduce the amount of cleave damage you do to other mobs, but give it a soft cap, where your Rampages, your Bloodthirst, all those abilities will cleave everything, but the damage has like a soft cap of 5 targets. And I feel like that spec would immediately be insane. Run all the way, pick character, it's rough. You have to run all the way. Yeah, something about the Cataclysm raids, man. I think it's because when you have a heroic lockout, it treats it like a mythic lockout, because that was the original mythic difficulty. So probably like with mythic lockouts, you can't just like share those. You know, there's just one lockout. So that's probably why it does that. Unfortunately. Okay, so let me go grab these guys real quickly. And I'm gonna kill this guy and hopefully get the mount, and then I never have to come back here ever again. I've been kind of tired of this place because I keep going back here again and again and again, and nothing. And nothing.
I need to get closer.
Please, Alakir, just give me the mount. Please give me the mount. Please. Got a pet. I love the swim animation though. It's so good. Look at that thing. Look at that guy go. Alrighty. What else do I have? What else can I go do? That's quick. Dragon Soul isn't quick. I guess I could go and try for King's Rest. The problem with that though, not on this character. Not on this character. The problem is I didn't do the BFA opening for all my characters, so I don't have like the boat skip to the I guess I'll do two Mr. Ghost while I'm at it. I don't have the boat skip to go to Zuldazar from like Hotiris area. So the way you have to do it, if you actually want to reach like King's Rest or something, you can go to Durotar, and you know that troll area with an actual boat that takes you to Zandalar? There's a boat, you just land on that and it'll take you to Zuldazar and then you can fly it. It's just a pain. I don't want to have to sit here just, you know, waiting for the boat and all that. I'd rather just like go to another instance. If it makes you feel any better, still need to get a mount from Sepulcher. The mythic one? Ah, it's unfortunate. At least like there's a skip for what's his face? Jailer. But yeah, that one's not fun. Not fun at all. Look at that movement speed, man. You're zooming. Since they made Darkflight stack with all the movement speed buffs, it's such a good ratio now. It is so good, dude. You're actually moving so fast. I love it. Can you teleport to Chaldasar? I can, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, you. No, I just use a portal. I just use a portal for Warlords of Jenner. That is the problem, is me using portal to Warlords Jenner so I could skip that. Now I'm kind of stuck. Until I do like a Mythic Plus dungeon. So I'm kind of stuck at this character. Maybe there's another way I could have like pathed it a little better, but who knows, right? Who knows? I'll just try for the Wormy Boy. I'm 2 drakes away from getting Emerald. Yeah, I still need that one from Dragon Soul. I got the Heroic Dragon Lightbinders one. I think it is Lightbinders. Twice. It dropped the first run and then it dropped the second run, but I need the Blazing Drake. So that one you technically can get from normal or heroic, but normal Dragon Soul actually takes longer to get through, like as an area, as a zone. It actually takes more time to get through it. So I'm just not gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna do heroic runs until I eventually get it. Why are the 3 versions of Dalaran? Like how dumb can you get it before it's dumb? I mean, there's the version that's like, do you count the one on War Within? Because that's more like rubble. Like, do you just count the random cobblestone destroyed buildings smattered all over the place? So there is a Wrath of the Lich King Dalaran. There was also Dalaran that got lifted from the ground that's now like a hole, crater. Then there's a Legion version because they moved it in order to fight the Legion. It was like a whole part of the storyline for Khadgar to be involved. That's why. Do we not have a Legion Dalaran? Mount? Nope. What's another easy one? Because I got all the ones from is that Kelp? Okay, I was thinking, because I got all the ones from Wrath except for that one mammoth from Archaon, but I don't even I need to. So the thing is with Archaon too is I don't really know, like how can I check who owns Wintergrasp? When it's blue like this, is that us? Can I just enter this thing? Don't you still need like a faction to control this place in order to be able to get a reins of the Grand Black War Mammoth? Like, isn't that still a thing? Wait, can all these guys drop a mount? Isn't this thing basically a guarantee then? I'm pretty sure I don't have, yeah, I don't have Forest or anything. And I don't think I can like end myself here on this guy. So I'm actually just gonna log and go like a mage or something so I can get around a little easier. That'll work, right? Go to Dalaran in order to get this. Oh, sorry, wrong Dalaran. Well, yeah, there is 2 versions of Dalaran, but like, I mean, story-wise, it makes sense why they would move Legion Dalaran, you know, because they were originally hovering near Karazhan for a little bit. But yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. You know what? Legion gets a pass. As an expansion, Legion gets a pass in my eyes. You know what? Yeah, they get a pass. Another character I can actually do this farm on is this guy. These guys are quick. And I'm near Warlord's General Zone, so maybe could do another Blackhand run. That could work, right? Yeah, not that far. I'm actually going to take this guy and just fly all the way. And, what's it? Fly all the way to the raid. Then I'll use this guy to maybe... Yeah, for some reason this character doesn't have skips, by the way. He doesn't have ports. So for some reason some of my level 70 characters... Why? Are you serious? So I didn't press anything. Chat, can somebody explain this? What just happened? Easy skip? What do you mean easy skip? I wasn't trying to go here. I was trying to fly here. I was in the middle of an ocean and it moved me like south. I was like here and it was like, nope, you go down here. I was almost there. I was making my way through. I wasn't trying to skip. I was out in the middle of an ocean. The game dismounts me, so I try to mount up, and then it moves me to 10-ant jungle. And then things like despawn around me. Like, what just happened? I was just trying to go to a foundry. I was almost there, but now it puts me, like, I think further away than where I was. Get my 21st mount today during farm from ONYXIA. Yo, dude, ONYXIA is a classic. Hell yeah. I feel like I wish I didn't do a lot of the mount farming because I would have had like a whole like slew of mounts that I could collect. But because I've actually like really kind of got into mount farming, especially out in the open world, like I feel like I've been really racking up a mount collection little by little. So now I feel like I'm like, I don't know, becoming a mount extraordinaire, man. You know what I mean? You get a time loss project once and all of a sudden you're into mounts, man. The addiction has settled in. Honestly. You know what I mean? I also need to remember that I have this Plot Destroy Mass ability. Also, this card has like no gear, by the way. I still have like level 16 items. I have this trinket because it's actually an upgrade over the trinkets that I had. This card is so scum. That's awesome though, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I only have a few mounts left though. I need the King Dress mount. I need the this guy actually can't barely even do King Dress, by the way. What the? I forgot that I have decisive ones. Okay, I still don't drop anything after 45 tries. Bro, Gul'dan has been mean to me too, to be honest. Gul'dan's been rude to me as well. And so is this guy. He just doesn't want to drop a mount. For one reason or another. Alrighty, we try the Tumor Sargeras. Because I can go to Zen Pilgrimage and then go to Dalaran and then go to Tumor Sargeras. Having a monk or a druid, by the way, druid in particular actually, I think is literally the... Okay, well that still works. I can go to Orgrimmar. That's not quite Tumor Sargeras, but that'll work. All the BFA and Draenor mounts. Damn, I don't have all the BFA ones. I have the King's Rest is one I'm missing. I did get Gmod. I did get Gmod. Hold on, I should be flying around a Gmod, dude. Gmod took me, there we go. Gmod took me forever. Literally took me forever. I don't know why. We'll do another Throne of Thunder run because it'll be really quick. And then do the Legion one, I think. Once I'm here. Wait. Oh! Yo, chat! Wait, is this real? Hold on, is this fake news or is this real? They've updated the Gladiator mount. Bro, this is the new Glad mount. Oh, it's real! Astral mount! That looks so good! Wow! I know the PvPers are not like into this mount in general, the bat and whatnot, but yo! That looks sick! What the hell? That was sick. Okay, wow, thank you for letting me know. That looks awesome. Wait, that actually, dude, suddenly I'm a PvPer. That actually looks so good. Yeah, holy shit, all they had to do is make a bat and make it voidy to match the void theme season. Now they're just gonna give it some cool ass animations like when it flies, or give it like a mount special or something where it like conjures the void, where it does like a casting animation conjuring the void around it. That's all they gotta do. Holy cow, dude. Season 3 saved. We're gonna make people upset because it still is a bat mount. Look, it is still a bat mount, okay? It is still a bat mount. So yeah, some people, a lot, hey, okay. Don't get me wrong. They've always done a mount that's a repeating mount for PvPers in the past. Legion, it was that dragon, like the Thunder Drakes from the Valjar, but with armor. In WoD, it was a big Ronling thing, but like a slightly different recolor. And in Mists of Pandaria, it was all a serpent, but like with slightly different colored armor. So the fact that they are gonna stick with it being a bat, it's not the worst. I feel like it just needed to be a cool, unique mount, or at least something that added something extra. A bat is a bat, and like there's bat damn a dozen. But what they should have really done from the get-go is make those bats unique in one way or another. Remember how they added those proto drakes for BFA? Literally proto drakes for PvPers, man. Literally proto drakes. We had proto drakes since like the days of yore. They've been around for like ages, man. Storm dragons are cool. Yeah, storm dragons are pretty cool. At least look pretty neat. The bad being voidy, it's fine. Bad being maybe covered in like goblin tech in the season 2 would have been pretty cool. But I guess it's just like the plainness of it is not great either. That could be fair. Give me the mount. Please give me the mount. I've been... Huh? I'm sorry, what? Why do you give me only 4 items? Isn't that supposed to give me like a boatload of items? Did I put it in 10 men? Oh, I had a 10 man legacy. Oh, it's still dumb. I don't think it matters though, because it could drop from 10 men or 25 men, right? Yeah, no, it could drop from 10 men or 25 men. It doesn't really make a difference. I thought I messed up. 10 people, right? Yeah, it's fine. It's still a 5% chance to get a mount, whether I put it 10 men or 25. For some reason, I just thought, like, maybe if I put it... I'm so used to having a 25, though. Let me put it on 25, just because that's more mogs. Heroic, 25. There we go. Alright, what else can this character go to? This character can do... I don't want to do Dragon Soul, man. That's too long. I don't want you guys to watch me do Dragon... Unless you guys want to suffer through a Dragon Soul together. Unless you guys just want to suffer through Dragon Soul. I was going to do another Legion one. Okay, man. Yeah, it explains it though. Yeah, being able to have a monk or a druid just so you could like always hearth out, always have like a hearth type of ability is so nice, man. That's why I think that these two classes are probably some of the best ones for the whole, probably some of the best out there for the whole, like, farming stuff. So, dude, I'm trying to do normal to see if I can save the skip. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. If you could do a save skip on normal, I just need the final, boss mount. Yeah, so if it works for you, let me know. That'd actually be perfect. Yeah, so you do that while I go do a run of, what's it called? The Legion one. Mr. Garrus. Isn't there also an LFR that I can also queue for? Axion looked like 2 minutes. Yeah, it's a lot of RP. That's like the worst part of it all. It's just there's a lot of RP. Wait, don't cancel this shit, broke as always. Yeah. I want to see if I can just queue for the LFR version of Timur Sagaris. Because I know there's like, you could spam that one boss. What's it called? Chamber of the Avatar, I think it is. Is it Gates of Hell? So one of these goes and kills the Naga girl. I think it's the first one, right? The first hero of LFR. Because I don't remember what bosses are part of like the LFR. I'm guessing it's Goroth, and then it goes down to Harajan and Mistress. But I don't remember. Oh yeah, it does. Goroth, Harjatan, and Mistress. So I'll do this on far just so I get like another chance at a mount. Or if I'm the maiden weapon, but it's some remix. Oh yeah, no, for real. Yeah, at that point, weapons like technically I could still farm the Sword of Agamar and then farm up the what's it called? The Scythe, but at that point I'm just gonna do this in remix. Like remix exists and let it exist for a reason, man. You know what I mean? Let remix exist. Look at this guy. This character has like no gear. Item level is so low for my current level, so it actually takes me like a second to kill stuff. Okay, question. Can I just skip this? No, I can't. Hold on. Wait, that canceled my... I was trying to see if I could jump while channeling slice once, but I can't. Unfortunately. There we go. But no, there'll be plenty of opportunity to farm those weapons in remix. Plenty of opportunity. Which is why I'm like not worried about it at all. Let's go across water. No. That's the advantage of going for the serpent kick. Because that will actually go across water. Oh, the special I'm missing from Legion is the maiden weapon. Yeah, I don't have the Sword of Agamar or the Scythe. I just didn't play a class I could loot any of those things at the time. Plus, I also wasn't really into PvE content until like towards the tail end of Legion, really. A good portion of it I spent like doing open world content, Mage Tower, and then PvP. Amount. Okay. We can still do this on like normal difficulty or heroic or mythical, whatever. That's just the LFR version. We're just gonna do that for a bit, to see if you get like a normal lockout that you can split with an all J. Because if you can do a normal lockout for the final boss, oh, by the way, Spine is gonna last longer on normal. Because you don't have the mob pick up one little blob and it gives you like 9 stacks immediately. You actually have to go like one by one. It's painful. So hopefully you don't have like any cleave abilities on a character. Mentor's up as a one-hand mace, man. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like has a Titan side and like a Fel side. I've seen it before. Especially if I end up making a monk. Monks are looking real good on PTR, by the way. Brewmaster. I actually messed around with open world content recently on Brew. Because I thought, oh, that guy will be just fine for like survivability and healing or whatever. And it is excellent for it. Yeah, Brew is real fun. So weird not to have a fire breath, but like it's fun either way. Because you're just slamming. And the entire time, I am doing a blackout kick into a Tiger Palm. Which now I understand why people are playing the Celestial or Master of Harmony Brewmaster. Because you have that cleave, frontal cleave that scales based on your Tiger Palm. But you can blackout kick into a Tiger Palm over and over and over. And like, yeah, that by itself just does a ton. Because the proc damage that it can do sometimes is insane. Like really, really high. And then you end up setting up a nice combo where you kick smash into a Rising Sun kick, into a blackout kick, into a Tiger Palm. And then you can go for... Or I guess you could switch it up a little bit, actually. Because you could go, what is it, blackout? You could go kick smash, then blackout kick. Is this just gonna chase after me? Really God. Yeah, maybe actually, now I'm thinking about it, you probably could switch it up so you're not spending energy constantly. I want 100% drop the 1 second cooldown reduction for Brews, Breath of Fire. You know, but they don't. Yeah. Spine's gonna be super long. Yeah, Spine's gonna take an age. And a half. There we go. Wait, you can get up here? Wait, that's actually such a nice skip. I didn't know you could get up there. That's so good. Literally had no idea you could get up there. Celia enters a very so much longer than Spine. Oh, Celia's the worst, bro. Yeah, Celia is terrible. It takes ages. The only way to do it normally, I think, is to do heroic, right? And on heroic, basically what you do on heroic is you, what is this buff? So achieve damage taken decreased by 5. I don't know what that buff is supposed to be for. But what you do for that one is you gotta run on heroic. So then you can nuke her quick enough whenever she's done transformation from phase 1 into phase 2. If you hit her quick enough during that little window where she's switching from one to another, on heroic she actually doesn't get the shields immediately, which allows you to instantly, what is it? Look how long it's taking me to kill this chick. This character has like no gear. Actually super incredibly under geared. Actually takes me like a second to kill stuff. The amount. Lame. Alright, where the hell else can I go with this guy then? I don't think he can really do anything else efficiently. But yeah, the only way to do that is on heroic. It isn't all that fun, but if you can burst her quick enough when you're switching between phase 1 and phase 2 when she gets a different form, you can basically do a ton of damage to get her really low so that you're not sitting there like killing her for ages and ages and ages. Or at this point, you know what? Actually, that one you could just give up on and not do, and then run the dungeon when it becomes a Mythic Plus dungeon. And just run a bunch of Solias for your weeklies on any of your alts. And you could just literally do that if you wanted to. But yeah, that whole instance is just cheeks. Absolutely cheeks. Not fun. Not fun at all. Yeah. Not at all. I just use Death Touch a monk one shot? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I guess a monk you could, yeah. Well, I was gonna ask, like, maybe I should run on a monk. Because technically a Touch of Death would work, wouldn't it? But she has like a massive DR. Does that still kill her? I have no idea, actually. I don't know. That's a good question. I think I can do a run on this character too. Thinking of making a Hunter Magar, a leveling Magar for the next season. Magar are very strong. Like in terms of just raw racial damage, it's actually really good now. A lot of people have been switching over to Magar like as hunters and as rogues for the stats, because secondary stats that you can amp up is huge. Plus there's a bit of control which stats you're gonna get. So like, say mastering creative best stat and either one of those in bulk is gonna be huge for you. Magar just gives you a burst of one or the other. So for you, it's essentially just like, it's a gain either way. It's kind of crazy how good it is. That's a sad. We'll try one more, well, wait on Jake to test out his, like, normal Dragon Soul experiment, rather. While he's testing that, I'm gonna do one more run for a mount. And then we'll probably do PTR. I think I want to do some time on PTR, hang out. Run more dungeons while we have it. Yesterday I felt like I spent a lot of time on just playing Fury Warrior. I was having a lot of fun with it. But it was kind of depressing at the same time. I could try Shaman, because I think I barely get to play Shaman on PTR. Not like they got anything really new, but it'd still be fun to try some builds. Only 3 globals are normal. Yeah, it takes ages. It literally takes ages. It does get better and easier as you get like further into that whole fight, because you get more and more of these like tentacles that you kill and that spawns more blobs. That's about all you can do. No, yeah, heroic spine, when they pick up one of these orbs, they get instant 9 stacks, so you can get through it quicker. Normal spine, that takes a while. It is really bad though. Like the way they did it is so bad, man. It is so bad. One of those like a looks, oh shit, the bogs. Yeah, it looks so good, man. Yeah, the maze does look really, really good. Spinning, I just killed the one on 8 stacks. Yeah. Yeah, no, if you're playing, yeah, you're basically, yeah, you're, so what you should do is, don't spawn one of those dudes. Just let blobs come to you and then AoE them. Let this thing pick it up. And then do it like that. That's what I would do at this point. It is the worst, man. It is the worst. It is so bad. Hell yeah. Where is Burning Cell? Get the heroic Deathwing on third try. That's pretty good. Yeah, that Dragon Soul raid is not amazing. What the hell? I didn't realize they make ads. Really? Nothing? Come on, Blizzard. Alright, what else could this character do? He's like not in a great spot anywhere. What else could I do? Let me actually look at the whole list of mounts that I can get. Wowhead, mounts, collected bounty. Yeah. Because I had a whole thing here. Technically, I could go for legendaries, can't I? I haven't tried for those at all. I was going to get all the mounts first. I've gotten Death Charger. I've gotten all the TBC ones. I've gotten everything but the Reigns of the Grand Black Mammoth. Maybe I should try to see if I can go for the Reigns of the Grand Black Mammoth then. I need to go back, what, to Stormwind? Shadowglen? I guess Dreamwalk. Then Dalaran. Wait. Does this game even have Stormwind or Dalaran unlocked? I don't think so actually. So maybe I could just do Duskwood and then fly there. Oh, walking. Let's do that. Let's do that. Duskwood, then fly to Stormwind because I don't think this character even has Legion unlocked. Because of that, because I never did the intro for Legion. Which, by the way, when you get high enough level, it's so hard to like get anything done for Legion for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I do actually, because I do have like the legendary quest line or the artifact weapon quest. Maybe this guy does have it unlocked, but I know I have a druid and a mage that if you go to like your order hall or your order hall, and if you didn't do the Legion intro with like the whole boat skip or whatever, it just bugs out and you just don't have the portal to Dalaran, which is so lame. Any mop raids? So I played Mists of Pandaria Remix and I've gotten all the mounts and all from Mists of Pandaria Remix. There is a world boss one with Undasa that I haven't gotten, but that one is not part of the whole collector's bounty. So that one I could just farm on my own free time. But most of the Mists of Pandaria raid ones, a huge bulk of them I got them, except for like Hulan and Undasa. That's like the only two that I didn't have. So I'm not really gonna go after those. But all the raid ones, yeah, I have them. I need, what do I need? I need, here we go. Silver Covenant, guys. Take me to OG Dalaran. Okay, a third in spine, I want to die. It is the worst, dude. It is actually the worst. You just gotta wait, let the blobs come to you, kill the blobs, let the guy pick up 9. It takes so much longer. So much longer. Alrighty, so Wintergrasp, right? I guess I'm just gonna fly there. I remember Wintergrasp used to do this like teleporting thing back when I played in like Cataclysm. And I just learned to avoid the place like the plague. But I don't know if I can just fly in there like a normal zone. Like, is it a normal zone? Can I just fly in there? Because I want to try to see if I can get the mount from this place. I don't really care for the mammoth, to be honest. Like, out of all the mounts, the war mammoth is just like the most uninteresting mount I've ever seen. Port controlled. Okay, so that means I cannot do anything here, can I? Oh, you can't just fly in. Can I still enter the raid? Or is it, does it have to be like controlled by faction to be able to even enter? No, it looks like it does need to be controlled. Or does it? Do I have to stand here? Chat, how does any of this work? I have no idea. Oh, these guys are gonna be here also trying to find out how any of this works and I have no idea either. I'm gonna guess I have to be a horde to enter. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get out of here then. That didn't work. It just sends a video to normal. Dude, Deathwing is the worst. Required faction control, would try Dalaran, but I would try Dalaran. Wait, what do you mean try Dalaran? Can I enter it from Dalaran? Because I tried it and it was horde controlled. Is there another way to enter it through here? If there is, I had no idea. What do I talk to then? Is there a guy out here? No. Might be a teleport in Dalaran. Oh, you mean like down below? Wait, this guy has the Legion. This guy has the Legion raid finder. Like all of the Legion raid finder raids. Wait, so if I do like the Gates of Hell, can I actually queue for that? Wait. he's in Wrath Dalaran, but he gives me access to Legion content. That's a trip. Kinda wild. Okay, well they're lower level, so maybe I might be able just to one-shot it, right? Okay, I can kill him fast enough. I might as well try for this mount. I might as well try for the mount here. Go to the PvP place portal room. Oh, okay. Wait, the PvP place / portal room? What, do you mean sewers or you mean like down the stairs? I'll try down the stairs. Oh, the center? Does this thing die quick? Oh, it doesn't die quick. Relatively quick. Alliance vendor stuff. Like the actual alliance vendor stuff. Okay, I don't really know what that means. But I'll give it a try. After this, I'll give it a try. I guess we'll have to find out together. Because I genuinely have no idea. Because Legion Dalaran is a little different than Wrath Dalaran, and I don't really hang out on Wrath Dalaran that often. Like, it's more or less similar building, right? More or less. Can I stealth? Yeah, I can. I didn't play Wrath, so it's hard for me to, you didn't play Wrath, but there's a room where you used to have all the PvP portals. Oh, really? I had no idea. Okay, cool. Because I know that there's like a portal room in the Legion version of Dalaran, like when you go down the stairs, but then there's like a center area node that takes you down. In this version of Dalaran, there's like a statue instead. It's a little different. I was gonna be like, oh, I'll just go to the bottom portal room, but I'm not even sure if one exists. Maybe it does, but I just like, maybe I'm just confusing it with something. Let's look at the mount here. Nothing. Unfortunate. Alright, let's see if we can find the portals. For the Horde, one run a Sanctuary for the Alliance. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay. When you said portals, I was thinking like there would be a portal, you know, in the center of the Legion version of Dalaran. But you mean like portals up here? Right, you go in, and there's like a stairs here. Right? Or no, it's like in this room, right? There's a portal here, but then there's a big ass room over here. Oh yeah, there are portals. There's the Isle of Conquest portal, Altrak Valley portal, Arathi Basin, Warsong Gulch. I never knew those actual portals. Do they take you to like the entrance of these battlegrounds? Where the hell is Eye of the Storm? Wait, has this menu always been here? Oh, oh, everything's bugged out. Has that menu always been in the game? Hold on. Oh, yeah, specific battlegrounds has always been in the game. I forgot about that. I was thinking this is new, but it's definitely different. Okay, so there's nothing there. Is it possible to get a flying form? The bird? Yeah, you just gotta kill Farak and Mythic. Which, like, you're gonna have to get a group for it, a pre-made group. I'm sure there's some people that are still running Farak, though. You might be able to join. So, is this the portals that you were talking about, Jake? Or is there, like, portals somewhere else? Because there's a room here. It was welcome. Seems like an inn. No portals there. Do you mean like the portals in the like the sewers? And rather was an NPC you talked to up to VOA. So there was an NPC that you would just talk to. This takes you immediately to the raid. Maybe they added one for classic that's not in retail. Unless there is an NPC out here, it just Alliance doesn't control it. Maybe it pops up when your faction controls it. Faction control specific, maybe. All right, well let me try hopping on a different character then. I need a horde, right? I'll try it. I'll go to the what is it? The Wrath version of Dalaran, just to see if the NPC is there. Otherwise, I'll just fly for it. Here we go. Okay, so it'll be something that'll be in the horde area here, yeah? So here there's a bunch of NPCs that you buy gear from. A bunch of mogs. And I'm gonna guess it's gonna be up here, right? Because it's like the big portal room. Oh, Wintergrasp. Horde currently control Wintergrasp. When the battle is about to begin, talk to me to enter the battle. So here they take me to Conquest, Storm, Basin. But he doesn't actually take me to port there. Unless this guy does it? No. There's a portal to Ultrek Valley. Gulch. Yeah, nobody here actually can port yet. Maybe it's a Wrath thing? Maybe? It's fine, it had a lag spike, it threw me off. Oh no. Alright, we're just gonna go Wintergrasp. Normal Wintergrasp. Since Horde controls it, we're gonna try it. At least there's an NPC that'll tell me like which faction controls it before you start flying out there. So that's kind of nice. What's been Wrath Classic thing might be? No, that's all good. That's all good. I was just trying to see like if there was a fast way to do it, then I might as well use whatever like portals we have, because I just never knew one existed. But I also did assume that there's always a possibility that this is just like a classic thing rather than like a retail thing. Oh yeah, I can enter this. Wait, there's a portal back to the Violet Citadel from here. So there's a portal to go back. Wait, maybe there is a portal you could take. Is this a difficulty works, by the way? Doesn't matter. So technically every single one of these world bosses can drop a mount, right? Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. So this guy can, this guy apparently can, so all of them can. Wait, this guy only has a mount? Or is Archivon the only one that can? Chat, is it worth doing this entire thing for the mount? Or is only one of them can drop it? Should I just go for Archivon? It's 100% when you kill Farak, a low chance. It is 100%. Yeah, no, it's a thing for killing Farak. Or no, it's not a thing for killing Farak. Never mind, it's when you unlock the bird. Never mind, I'm sorry about that. It's when you unlock a Nullurus Flames Guidance. So when you unlock this mount, druids also get the access to that mount flying form. And hunters get access to a be able to tame that specific like type of owl as a pet. But once you unlock this on any of your characters, right? Let's say you can unlock this mount on your rogue, your druid as part of your warband also counts as somebody who unlocked the mount, and they get the form. And your hunter also gets the thing. No, so you have to get the mount. That's my B. Mount is like a 1% drop rate. Okay, if there is a mount on this guy, no mount. I got no clue. Okay, I might as well clear the entire thing. I'm at least playing a very mobile class, so I can technically get around this place very easily.
Too far away.
It's quite low, Gutsman. Yeah, I'm pretty sure back in like Dragonflight, it was a guarantee. Like you got at least like 2, if not 3 of those mounts. I think it was 2. Back when you killed the boss on Mythic. So if you had a guild that could kill him on Mythic, or if you get like carried for it or whatever, then it was basically a guarantee. The mount. You know, this raid I've never done like ever, basically. I think I ran this place once in my life. I never actually been here again. It was way back in the day when I first started the game. I think I was just hanging out with some people that were just doing mount runs for funsies. And they went to this place and they were like doing a mount and transmog run. I don't think I at the time even knew what the hell a mount was. Well, I guess I could figure out a mount is the thing you ride, but I didn't know like how valuable a mount was. I thought, oh, this is a mount that everybody has. I've seen people riding a Mammoth. I didn't really know there was like differences. And as for Mogs, I didn't understand it at all. Oh, I did get it. Into the Black Grand Mammoth. There it is, boys. Brains of the Black Grand Mammoth. Wait, it looks exactly the same as this thing. You just have slightly different fur. What? Oh, is this thing different if you're Alliance or Horde? Is that how that goes? Does this guy actually drop nothing but the mount? Okay, well, I'm gonna kill him, see what he drops. Is this guy guaranteed mount? Because he only has one thing on his loot table. Is he just like either drops it or doesn't? Was it a 2 in faded GG? Might have been 2 in faded. I'm not sure.
I must get closer.
Oh no, this guy's like a normal loot table. Well, at least you got a mount. And I guess with this, I'm gonna do Zen Pilgrimage. Get the hell out of Dodge. Because other mounts that I can do is Shadowlands mounts and King's Rest. Chat, let's do one run of King's Rest just to make it like just to give myself like a proper King's Rest run. Is this not an inn? The monastery not being an inn is kind of wild. I'm gonna drop a tier set gear. Yeah, it dropped tier set. PvP and PvE. Wait, what? You're a monk, you only drop tier set gear. Wait, does he have like a different loot table if I'm a monk? That's weird. If that's true, that is weird. Let's go and try King's Rest, chat. I'm pretty sure my druid can get through it really quickly. I'm pretty sure I also have the skips unlocked to like go to these Lazar areas from Borealis. Otherwise, I need to hop on like my mage or something. I just wanted to get in the class that can get through that instance really quickly. Because I do need to be doing those, what is it, once a week runs? Is it once a day or once a week runs for her Mythic dungeons? Like old ones. Because then Mythic Plus kind of broke my brain. Because you could just kind of spam Mythics basically all day.
Need help?
Zoldazar, yeah. We're gonna try King's Rest. I'm just gonna do it on a druid just because they can get around the place super quickly. Look at the handsome face. What's up, Viking? Viking Barbie, that's a hell of a name. I love it. How you doing, fam? I do love the zone of Zuldazar. Oh, hey. I do love the zone of Zuldazar, man. It's just so massive. Like these hills, big ass rolling hills. I mean, they just like, they really were like, all right, let's make a massive zone. It is not really, you don't really go up on the hills or anything. So a lot of it's just like, you know, kind of placeholdery feeling. But like, it's really good. I really like the grand scale of it all. How's you doing? I'm doing pretty good, man. We got a mount at least. We got at least one of them. What is it? Black War Mammoth? Yeah, the Grand Black War Mammoth. Yeah, the grand one. Which is pretty neat. Trying to see if I can get the Rapture from King's Rest. And then I'm gonna go with the PTR. Do some keys. This fight's bugged? Wait, no way. The spine? Does it not work? I killed two mobs with 9 stacks twice and he exploded. Wait, you killed him? Okay. Wait, did you like overkill them? Hold on. So they have to get 9 stacks, then they have to grow, and then you kill them, and then they do the animation, or does it just like not do the animation? Because for me, I did have to do it a couple of times too. I did have to do that a couple of times. It might be bugged actually. Like legit might be bugged. Wouldn't put it past him, honestly. Gotten Mimsad, Invisible, Cower Mount. Hey, let's go, ZG Raptor. Yeah, I got both the ZG Panther and ZG Raptor. I've gotten Mimran's head as well last week. Invincible already had for a while. Carry TBC, the horse, that's a good one. That is a good one. Hell yeah. The mount for me has been a lot of fun, man. Okay, you finally go up. Yeah, okay. Did it take like a delay? Or do you have to like make sure to get him to a 9 stacks and then have him just chill there for a second? That's what I had to do, is I had to chill him there for a moment. How many older one runs it took? Let me guess, you probably just like one-shotter, right? If you're anything, you're like me. What I ended up doing is I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do a couple of runs Old War 1 week. And just wasn't dropping. I decided, okay, I'm gonna do the Skippy for Old War. We basically set up an instance of one character, but use my ult to run them out without like killing the instance for my main or whatever. I set up like 10 characters, and then I got a 1. Just did a 1. Just the 1. Fine, done. Time try. Don't do madness. Hold on. Don't do madness. Do the ult thing. Wait for animation to catch up with the star counter. No, now that you did madness, this is where you could try the ult thing, Jake. Hearth out. Make the group on that character that's got there. Hop on an ult, sign up for that group, hop back on main, accept your ult, and then try to see if it'll let you kill the mount, kill Deathwing, while keeping the lockout on your main. And then you could use your ults to run that same lockout over and over and over. 73, that's pretty good. That's not bad, honestly. Never go back to Old War. Dude, it is a cool ass instance. Always a joy to run through on time walking raids, because it gives you a lot of gear. But yeah, making a group stuff, yeah, definitely do that. Definitely try for that, because you might be able to skippy. Don't have to TP out. Maybe you don't actually, but from the guide that I saw, the guy said it's easier to TP out just so you can log off, log on easily. But you don't really also want to have that character in the raid either, just to make sure they don't get a credit. The whole point is just to make sure the character doesn't get credit. Invincible took me 46 runs? Damn. That's not that bad, actually. Some people literally have been going for Invincible for years. And to this day, they still don't have him. Even after the mount buff. To this day, they're still farming him. Second client, there we go. But you got to make sure that that character is logged off, and to make sure they don't get credit, they cannot be in the group. They have to be logged off, and the lead will need to be passed automatically by the server in order to make sure they don't get the credit. So just be very careful with it. So that character needs to be offline. Kara BC horse and the draft goes first try. Mad dab. There you go, dude. There you go. Yeah, at some point, dude, that luck gotta catch up with you, right? I did it for the Gmod. Okay, well, I mean, if that's so, if you want to do it the way you did it, that's fine. I'm just trying to be careful or helpful. Alrighty, King Rastakan, please drop the mount so I never have to come back here. Because this place does take a second to get through. This place does take a quick second. Can't skip to you or anything. Even Sharkbait, you can kind of like skip to the boss. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. No. Sadness. What else can I do on this guy? Because you don't have to worry about the idea not saving either. So, Dragon Soul might share ID between normal and heroic, but I'm not 100%. Mythic ID stuff? Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. Even if you run on normal, maybe. This is why I was like, you have to make sure that character's logged off so there's like no way for them to get credit or anything like that. For this or a pass. Just so the game does not recognize that that character has killed it. Maybe there's an opportunity, but no idea. Check general, not sure. I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, no clue, honestly. Alrighty, well, what else can I run that's quick? Does this character have... Did I use a skip already? I did use a skip already. Let me do one more mount run. One more. So what do I think about Arathi fighting cinematic? So I haven't done... I've seen the snippets of the Arathi fighting cinematic. I've never actually done the storyline. Like, I have not done the story even on a single character. They've been sitting here complaining at each other with Giara talking to Trollbane since the patch launch. I have not done any of that. I've seen snippets. I haven't done the actual storyline or anything. The animations definitely do look janky. And at first I was like looking at it and I thought, well, all the other animations that we've seen so far, those in-game cinematics or whatever, they've always looked a little janky, but not like in the terrible way, right? Like, it's kind of cool what they could do with some of those like in-game, especially when they have like a more, because they do have some, for some of them, like a more higher quality version of the model that's a lot more animated or whatever. So like some of the jank is like, initially I saw that it was janky and I thought, well, that seems kind of normal. Yeah, not great that it's janky, but it's like all of them are kind of janky. But then everybody said apparently the storyline is awful too, and that's the thing that I haven't touched is the storyline. So at some point I was going to give it a proper shot, play through the storyline, see if it's as bad as everybody says, because it might just be the story is so ass, and when you see that animation is the final thing, you're just like, this is garbage. So I have no idea how bad anything really is. I just heard that it's real bad. I just haven't done it just because it was like, I don't know, we had the new patch come out and then I've been doing the collector's bounty since it started, and prior to that I was just what is it released with level 2? It's like a bunch of other catch-up stuff. Turbulent Timeways. I think it's been spamming Turbulent Timeways, and then we got this whole, you know, mount catch-up stuff. So I've been just focusing on one or the other. What character was it that I was gonna do? I was gonna do one more run. Was I gonna do Necrotic Wake? I think I should do Necrotic Wake. I just get able to let cinematic get past quality control. Well, look, if you look at some, that's the thing. Like, if you look at all these other cinematics, like those in-game cinematics, all of them have been always kind of sort of janky because they just use like the in-game animations to make a quick cinematic, and usually doing it for like less important events. This wasn't like some big major like cinematic. Like a major cinematic is like you kill Ansarek and the cinematic plays out. Or you kill Gallowix and like a whole cinematic plays out. Then eventually, like, you know, does this camera pan over the Goblin City and then goes to Koresh with the big ethereal holding the thing. They have a lot of those similar cinematics that's like in-game story cinematics in Koresh, because I actually played through the storyline of it. And those actually look a little better. Those actually do look better, because there's like whole interaction. Xalatath talks to Alaria, Locust Walkers talking. They have these animations with ratio ribbons, and that looks actually pretty good. That looks pretty good. But I think they usually just do those little cinematics like as a way to like add context to the story. But they usually do those instead of like a real cinematic for like anything that's not super important. Yeah, is it shameful? It is shamefully janky. But all of them been kind of janky, sorta, like to some degree. Like a little janky. There's like a little jank, but not really. It all depends what they're trying to do. Like there was a cinematic of like Sylvanas meeting Anduin in the Shadowlands after the end of Shadowlands, where Sylvanas is essentially like cursed to scour them all for all the souls and rescue them. And Anduin is like stepping away to then return to War Within to, you know, dishevel herself. And that was like a lot more detailed because they took like high quality models and they properly animated their, you know, whole exchange back and forth. Let me see if I can find it actually. Sylvanas, Anduin, Maw cinematic. See if I can find it. There it is. Yeah, so I can play the actual cinematic really quickly. That's what that looks like, right? This is not like, they didn't have to go into some engine. This is like in-game models, but like more higher quality models with their own unique animations. But like all the environments, all the bodies are just in-game models. Essentially, you take like the in-game world, slap higher quality models, and you would do that for like a very, very unique moment. Like something that is supposed to be important, right? But these are all just in-game models. These are just in-game models. They're just a higher quality, and they like, and you can see like there's a jank with the camera of how it tracks it. Like there's a little bit of jank. There's a little bit of jank. But the whole point was just to show off an exchange between the two, right? Just to show off the exchange between the two. I'm trying to think of like what other in-game cinematics do we have. Let's see. Oh, in-game cinematics. I want to see if I can just find like an array of them that uses like the models themselves. I wonder if there's any for Koresh. Game cinematics. There gotta be some for Koresh, right? Oh, there's a bunch of them here actually. You can see a bunch of them here. Like this also does the same thing, right? Well, actually, this one I think is a unique one. It does use the environment, but I think it does use a different form of models altogether. I mean, I guess it does using the in-game models, but they're a lot more detailed. Let's see if later down the line there's more, right? Yeah, like at the end here with ratio ribbons. Do they not have it? Hold on, there's supposed to be one with ratio ribbons. I want to see if they have it. Because I did the whole storyline. Oh, here's one. Yeah, here's another one. Like, it kind of looks janky, but like it's really done for like a unique like story aspect, right? So I'm not gonna give context, so that's basically spoilers more or less, but you can kind of see like there's a bit of jank, but like what they were trying to portray for the storyline, to me, like there's always been a little jank, but it's like serviceable enough where it adds a little bit more like a break from quest to quest to quest to quest, where it's decent enough, but it's not like a super important, super high quality cinematic that really needs to be like super giga detailed at the same time. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. Like this whole point was supposed to be a ritual where the one faction of ethereals, not the same one you're helping essentially, was trying to commune with the world soul of Koresh, but they're so weak and essentially paranoid and just absolutely disheveled. That's essentially Zalacheth is like, all right, you guys are useless. Here we go. And then you let the Soul Scribe contact this World Soul of Suresh for even a second, just so they can join you or whatever. It's like not amazingly fully detailed. It's always a little janky, but again, decent enough to be like a little break in the quest line. And then you go into the next quest and the next quest and the next quest. It's kind of just nice. And there's also supposed to be one with ratio ribbons. I don't know if they have it here. No, they don't. Okay. That's later down the line. I want to see if I can find it. So, like... Is this it? Oh, here's the one with ratio ribbons. Or, like, here they did use, like, the newer models. Because, like the one with the Enderman and Sylvanas, they use some of the more higher quality models and unique animations to add more. And I like these better. Honestly, I do like these better. So they use some of the more OG models reusing the in-game animations versus higher qualities models that are more animated, more hand animated and everything. Where's the Garish one? So the Garish one is like a proper cinematic that doesn't use in-game models. It is a properly rendered that this uses in-game higher quality models and hand animates them, but using the game engine and the game environment. While the other is like an animation that needs to be processed over multiple hours by an art team. This does not need to be processed multiple hours by an art team. This uses in-game models, in-game everything. Like your character is literally present there, right? Your character literally is in a corner there in the cinematic with all these NPCs that are playing out animations, but there's like 2 or 3 characters that have higher quality models, upscaled models with some handmade animations, right? The Garrosh one is like someone that was rendered over multiple hours, like a proper like Pixar type of a movie cinematic, right? This I imagine are easier to make, and they can make a lot more of them because the Garrosh cinematic, they add that, and then all that expansion, pretty much no cinematic except for like only a handful of moments. But like, yeah, it's just a completely different like type of cinematic altogether. And I guess what I was gonna say is I don't have expectation of them trying to make like super high quality launch of a expansion cinematic for every single little event and little quest line. Some of them are gonna be like, oh, let's add extra little cinematics, but they're through in-game like animations or whatever. You know what I mean? The Garrosh one from Sanctum of Domination. I thought you meant like the Warlord's General one, actually. Wow, Garrosh Sanctum of Domination cinematic. I was thinking we were talking about the Warlord's General one. Never mind that. Hold on a second. Yeah, raid cutscene. Hold on a moment. Okay, no, that's fair. Hold on, that's fair for comparison. But you can even see the jank on this one too, right? You can see the jank here is just straight up just using a... Like, not a lot of these are custom animations. They're just in-game animations. That's just a Garrosh normal animation, then use a walk cycle. Then you pick up the weapon just spins as he goes to a point into a combat stance. And like this guy's just also playing out normal and Kulturan ass animations because he's literally a Kulturan model or skeleton. I guess if you're comparing this versus that, then yeah, that's fair comparison. I thought you were comparing like the Warlord's General or him versus Thrall. No, that's actually more fair comparison actually. But you know, this is another one of those like, hey, I like little, like that would be an example actually of like an extra cinematic that I'm like, it's a little jank, but I like those little moments. You know what I mean? I like how the dropped in Garrosh, just to have him do this like angry slam down and just like fade away. Too wild. This is also janky. He got the pincer teeth. I mean, all of them are a little janky, right? I guess what you would... look, the cinematic, the one with Arathi, it wasn't great looking. But I don't think it's that far different from some of the others in-game cinematics that we've seen. It's not like that atrocious in comparison. Like the Garrosh one is also pretty janky, like a little bit. And then you have the Koresh ones also have a little bit of jank, right? I like the moment where they're actually using like a proper Alaria and Xalatath like higher quality model and just hand animated and everything. But there are also going to be some parts where it's just like not really hand animated either. I don't know, the Arathi one just didn't stand out as like egregious of an animation from a just animation standpoint. Was it great for a combat fight? Not really. Could it have been done cleaner? Yeah, but I think what they just wanted to do is portray combat, portray conflict, and then some sort of conflict resolution, and then like Arathi walked away. I don't really know what happened in the story. I just know that Arathi fought Arathi, and then Trollbean gets in between. They talk, and I think some dudes are exiled, and they're like, this ain't over, and they walk away or something. I have no idea, but I was just like, I didn't really think much of it. Which I had Garrosh or Kael'thas place in Riverjust story, but man, which Kael'thas was redeemable like Gareth in a lot of ways. You know, hanging out with Kael'thas was actually kind of fine. I think having Kael'thas show up as a spirit, he should have been a more prominent side character. Like, he's a tertiary character at most, but he should have been a little more prominent because it's interesting. You get to hang out with this bad guy from past to see if he could potentially atone for his sins or potentially be dropped in a maw. Imagine if you had him and Garrosh and you hung out with them quite a bit with Aventhyr, and then Garrosh at some point is just so damn angry he becomes a world boss later down the line. He just cannot go get past atoning for his sins because he's technically not. He didn't technically do anything wrong. Or maybe potentially have him be reborn as this juggernaut of Maldraxxus instead. And we're like, wait a second, you're not actually a sinner. Not that, I mean, you did some bad stuff, but like, yeah, you killed a bunch of people, but in war, everybody dies, kind of. You know what I mean? Like some kind of redemption arc. That'd be dope. What's up, White Snipebot getting crowds? What is happening? I think at first there was a Garrett who shouts, he shouts, and it's over the top hardcore, final middle finger to the world exploding. And the rest is just anticlimactic and lacks a cool factor. So yeah, again, I didn't do the story, so I haven't really done like any of that whatsoever. I did see the cinematic with like without the context of like, the story. I don't know if that's like, you know, climactic end or whatever or anything. I just saw it. I was like, yeah, that doesn't look that great. But then everybody like said it was absolutely atrocious, the worst thing they see in the world. And I thought, well, it doesn't look that different from the other cinematics, but like there must be something to it. Yeah, so I just really didn't get it for like the longest. What is that I was gonna do in this guy? I think I was gonna do King's West, right? I'm out here yapping away. No, I was gonna do not King's West. I was gonna do. I guess I could do both actually. Kentime. I was gonna do Necrotic Quake, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't done the storyline or nothing. I saw it didn't look that great, but I thought like it didn't look that much. I didn't really understand what people had an issue with because I thought like, what it looks ass, but like all of them kind of look ass a little, right? Like I still rather have the game with those like janky little cinematics in between. Because they can add like a little bit extra storyline or whatever. You know, a little break in the quest, but like I didn't think they were bad or they make the game worse. But then again, that's mine as a story or whatever. I like my boy Kodak died in Gallowix. What he basically got crushed by his own mech. He crushed in a kind of like a mildly comedic way, as like a goblin should probably die, right? Essentially. I guess you could say like it's technically like, well, I guess you could be like all really highbrow about it and be like, well, technically he got crushed by his own hubris or whatever, right? You could say he's got crushed by his own hubris, by the weight of his own hubris, as he made this big ass mech. But it's, yeah, I thought it could have been done better. I don't know, like what he should have done, like exploded into a billion pieces and just been like a splotch of blood on the walls or something. Like I don't really know what else they could have done with him, right? Should he have like fell into a hole and had like a big nuclear explosion and then the entirety of Undermine just went up in the air? Like I don't really know what else he could have really done. You know what I mean? They're just trying to overthrow the guy and they're not really trying to like kill him, really. They're more just trying to stop him. You know what I mean? Like even the whole time, like what's his name? Gazlo is like, yo, we're just trying to stop you, my guy. That's all he's trying to do is literally stop him. He's like, cut it out. I just tried to unite all the goblins together. Gallo is my favorite character. Yes, he should have just exploded and been like splattered. Also, who the hell says Gallowix is your favorite character ever? Like, what? Like, the whole part of Undermine just kind of felt like a side adventure, but like in a good way. It was a bit of a side adventure because it wasn't like dealing with Xalatath and the Void and all that other stuff. I like they were feeding us a lot of Void stuff back to back for a decent bit. But the Undermine has been like a nice side adventure all on its own. And I mean, again, I mean that in a good way. We need stronger Demorlocks now? Probably do. Demorlocks in general should be stronger. I agree. If Gallowix is your favorite character, sitting down, questioning. I mean, Gallowix didn't even have much in storyline, right? He's just a fat goblin that was a dick when goblins were trying to escape after Kazan was getting obliterated by Deathwing. And then from there, he's been kind of just a trait prince that appeared here and there and had a limited value to play as like this constant bad guy thorn in your, or even in the side of the horde, cheapskate mofo in BFA. You know what I mean? Like, he never really had too much of like a character development. You know what I mean? He is essentially represented the goblin's greed personified, right? The worst traits that a goblin could be, and it was just, basically made as a draw to be transposed against like goblins like Gazlo for a second, right? So goblins are not this like comic relief character, but they actually have like, you know, something to them, even a little bit. And then they introduced Shiv, and then they killed off Shiv, but they also had a whole like storyline where he's kind of a sympathetic goblin character, Shiv. You know what I mean? I think that was the whole point of that whole thing. Just to put goblins on a map a little bit and give them like, you know, a little bit of time in the spotlight. And I feel like they've definitely done that more for goblins than like gnomes. I mean, with gnomes, I feel like I still can't take them seriously at all. To this day. Demon strongest lock spec in one too. For the time being, yeah. I'd say like you could probably say. Is it a Destro actually? I thought it was Destro that's getting more play right now. But maybe I'm wrong. Cal was fun and silly and just great dumb personality. I love him. I mean, if that's who you like, then that's who you like. At least Gallowix has a fan. But yeah, I mean, what else were they gonna do with them, right? What else were they gonna do with them? I was gonna say, like, did they die or was it taking a second? God, you gotta love slashing the ability. So fun when it works well. I should let you get more by myself, but I'll settle for a cold glass of milk. Yeah, we go for it. This is stronger in 10 plus targets. Is it actually? I was pretty sure, like, from maybe it is better in 10 plus targets. I might not be wrong. I was just under the impression that oh, you said Destro. Okay, never mind. Destro's in 10 plus. Okay. So for like Giga AoE, but like anything smaller than that, Demo is better. Also, I guess so we're talking about PTR or we're talking about live? Because I think Demo is actually probably even better in smaller targets. Because of the soul thing, right? Come on. Mount. I could do one more. Shadowlands, Necrotic Wake. Hate having to go back to Necrotic Wake. Anything 10 plus Rain of Fire takes over? Fair enough. Fair enough. One shot it? Ah, you got the worm? The Abyss Worm. Nice, grats. Oh, here's another guy with an Abyss Worm. Worm isn't even that cool of a mount. I feel like I should just have it just because it's like, there's no excuse not to have it. You know what I mean? It is pretty easy to farm. PTR, live is the other way around, Destro stronger. That's what I meant, is live. Destro seems really good right now. It seems like everybody's playing it. Not all the characters, but I need to be thought out, deep and complex. Not all the characters I like need to be thought out, deep and complex. Sometimes it's just fun to see a greedy asshole do greedy asshole things. That's a fair point. Yeah, kind of like a one-note character, but it doesn't really need to be any different. It doesn't really need to improve or go through like a character arc. That's fair. Out of the point, but what about the drive? Is it going to make it dynamic flying, or is it going to be specific only to undermine? I love the idea of going full speed everywhere. That is a good question. I think, look, I think when skywriting got introduced, a lot of players saw the potential of the skywriting system everywhere, right? Everywhere, right? It seems like a universal boon. Drive feels like it was genuinely designed for Undermine, and I think at Undermine it works with the whole like drifting and sliding and things like that. I do wonder if Drive would work out in the open world. I think in some of the major big zones, like just open spaces, it probably worked just fine. By the way, Jake, they added a bug from PTR into the current Necrotic Quake, where like when the chicks drop you off up here in Necropolis, your camera gets all wonky. They added that as a bug into live. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. It is wild. It's just so funny. You have to do /reload to fix the cam. It's so funny. That is a good question though. I don't know. Did anybody ask for Drive to be taken out of Undermine and added everywhere? I'm assuming there's somebody out there that's like loves it. And they're like, yo, add it everywhere. It'll probably make like traveling around easier. But it just seems to be like, it just seems to be a little hard to maneuver with. And I just, like with skywriting, I could imagine like soaring over Suramar, because people were doing that with the Evokers, right? You could imagine what it would look like and then try it out for yourself. I just don't know if Drive would be able to gain the same benefits. Oh, I'm killing this guy way too quick. Yep, just stop. Wait. Like, I'm not against if they added it, personally. Maybe they should. Remember shimmering flats as a racing record for Drive? Oh, the shimmering, like the Thousand Needles? That would be cool, actually. Imagine they like drained. Actually, would be pretty cool for like World Evolution, like drain all the water out of here. I wouldn't hate it, an amount. This place is the worst, dude. It takes an ages to get through it. Do you know which character is my favorite female? Is Bastion Archon, and for males Bonsamdi. Wait, do you know which character is my favorite? Female is the Bastion Archon, like the leader of the Kyrian. I mean, I guess she's kind of cool looking, but like she doesn't do anything. It feels like, you know what I mean? Like for the entirety of the storyline of Bastion, the Winter Queen is involved with the Night Fame. The Primus is involved with the Necrolords. Even the Venthyr, the various different Venthyr from Renathal to the Accuser, right? They're kind of sort of involved or whatever. But like with you got the Invincible, nice. GG. Oh yeah. But like the Archon with the Kyrian, the main one, she doesn't really do anything. She just gets stabbed once. And then she invites you into the Order Hall, or Kyrian Covenant Sanctum, and then she gets stabbed by Anduin. That's really about all she does. You know what I mean? She doesn't really do anything else. Just suck up all that water? Yeah, like, you know, I'm sure you could get some kind of like a... I mean, look, you could probably get some kind of a shaman to just conjure up a windstorm, right? And then just move it. Or you could use the gnomish and goblin tech to drain water so you could restore the racetrack back. Like, you could totally make it a viable place. Like, it's a massive area. You could turn it into something. Imagine the type of quests you could have in there, too. That'd be kind of neat. Like, give it a revamp after Cataclysm, where you try to, like, restore everything back, whatever. I feel like that could be content on its own. Hard, just a few adjustments, like tires for open world, and that's it. Of course, no the speed dynamic flying. Well, I feel like the car you could, you know, take out of Undermine, probably. Like, but what about other ground mounts? Like, would you be able to give this, like, type of riding to, like, Otux? Probably not, right? You would just be stuck to the car. What was cool about skywriting is how you could take the skywriting of dragons and give it to literally any other flying mount. Right, so even like a proto-drake could now skyride, or horses, or griffins, or Mimran's head, right? Anything can now have skywriting. Speaking of Mimran's head, I should probably start riding that around. That thing looks cool as hell. It's unique enough, right? Mimran. I can spell Mimran apparently. There we go, Mimran's head. Right, that was the cool part, is all the flying mounts now have skywriting. Or at least majority of them. There's like maybe one or two that don't. I think the otherworldly otter doesn't have skywriting, but it has normal flying, steady flying. But like the number of mounts that don't have dynamic flying is like single digits, I'm pretty sure. Or very, very low, at least. But like, would you be able to take the drive system and apply it to other ground mounts? Like, I don't know, like the scrap mech, right? How would this thing take advantage of it? Because it's a ground mount, and so is the car, but car is a car, right? With an engine and tires. But with this thing, it would be able to run as quickly as that, or move as quickly as that. You know what I mean? I could see some of like horses maybe get some big movement speed buffs. Or like, imagine like an acid belt who's just sprinting. Kind of like a car with like building up speed, building up momentum. And has like a drift where he uses his claws to like grab onto the ground so you can have an easier time making turns. Things like that, right? You get to a point, you got a point, but it's still a good idea for a flavor. Snow ground mounts, flying fast, dynamic. Yeah, no, I'm cool with it. I'm just wondering like if they would expand it. And I was just saying the dynamic skywriting for dragons was so like transposable that it could be applied to so many mounts that could now benefit from this. The car and the way that they've like designed it with the drift and the boost works really well for the car. And I'm wondering like if that would be like skywriting becoming dynamic flying for everybody. Could we take the drive and make it like a thing for everybody? Probably not in the same way. You have to rethink about how other mounts would move. But like given like faster movement speed than this, I'm not against it. Being able to have a mount like sprinting, like skywriting but on the ground, I'm not necessarily against it. But also, at the same time, it puts things into perspective of, okay, so drive is quick to get you around, but when you have flying, why would you want to stay on the ground? You know what I mean? Drive for Undermine where you can't fly works in that zone specifically, but it's like the alternative to flying. The zone is designed without need to fly, but it has more interesting ways of like getting around on the ground, but it's also really quick. But if flying was added into Undermine, I don't think people would drive, people would just skyride everywhere. Because technically the car is faster, but you have all these turns and twists that you might as well just fly and beeline to places, you know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like they got themselves in a weird situation where I would love for them to add some kind of like a dynamic movement for ground mounts. I think that'd be cool. I just don't really know if a lot of people would use it. So if a lot of people wouldn't use it, then Blizzard probably would be like, well, is it worth for us to really work on this system and really make it like super detailed or whatever? And I don't think they would. I don't think they would, unfortunately. You know what I mean? So applying on some bike, I feel like applying it for bikes and stuff is fine. But even if you took that car into the overworld, I think most people will still fly over a car. Unless like there's a certain area where you can't use other mounts, you would just use the car to get around. But I still think if you have the ability to fly or go travel by car, I think most people would just take the flight. You know what I mean? I really do think most people would just fly because it is more convenient that way. Although I'm not against them adding it. I just don't really know if a lot of people would end up using it. Therefore, because a lot of people wouldn't use it, I'm wondering if they would even add it to begin with. Should they add it? I think so. I think it'd be cool as hell. You know, I probably would have some fun going to, like, I don't know, Gorgon. Imagine taking a car, and I'm going to try to fly to Gorgon and try not to get kidnapped into 10 jungle this time. We're going to avoid the jungles, boys. But imagine, like, driving around Gorgon, right? Down the track here and all around. It's a big-ass area. There's a lot of places to go to. A goblin up some Modrax. Nah. Ah! Game! Why do you kidnap me? I didn't get dismounted. I didn't press anything. Look, it's gonna teleport me. 3, 2, 1. Or no? So the game is the one that dismounted me here. I did not dismount myself. Wait, did I not get kidnapped? Okay, apparently this time I didn't get kidnapped into 10 jungles. Dude, they got it. Whatever is this thing that's causing you to just teleport it out of 10 jungle, is it like an area that just kicks you out or something? Is it Throne to Kill Jane that kicks you out or something? It's gotta be, right? There's gotta be something. Mech mounts like Goblin, Trikes, and Mech Kindred. Yeah, I think those things are probably fine. A Diablo mount is even better for me now. I realize the legit is just riding mount Prime Evil inside of WoW. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that mount is pretty good too. Like, I wouldn't be against, I would be cool if they added maybe something a little more interesting than even just like drive, but give it to other mounts. What if like certain mounts like those, like Vile Fiends, like they have big ass claws. What if they could climb up buildings or climb up mountains and stuff? You know what I mean? That shit would be sick. That would be actually so sick. So if they added maybe new ways of transporting around, right? You have skywriting mounts, but then it's like if you can't skyride in certain areas, you have these other mounts to get around a little bit easier, right? Grab like a manta ray that can't quite fly, but it can like go gliding without necessarily gaining altitude or something, right? Something unique, something cool to itself. I think stuff like that would be fine. Astro, the dog mount from Diablo, is like 8 to 9 heads in Diablo, and it actually looks terrifying. I haven't seen him, no. That's sick though. Guild Wars got these. I guess that's true, yeah. Guild Wars does have those. You know, when one game has like one specific type of mobility, it makes me wonder if the other game would add that in. But WoW, instead of getting like what Guild Wars has, where each mount has like a unique role, we just got skywriting or dynamic flying, which works in its own way. I just don't know, Led. I don't know if they would add like the I think maybe they would allow you to drive the car out in the open world and maybe increase the movement speed of normal non-car mounts. But I don't think they would probably invest too much into it. Just call it a hunch, man. Call it a hunch. Come on, dude. I've been trying for this mount for a bit now. Come on, Blizzard. Come on, man. Alright, let's see if PTR is available. I want to see if I can run a dungeon or two. Play something. I think that we need to give ground mount abilities and sort them in mount families. Like battle pets. Raptor's gonna do a big jump, lightsabers have a short sneak. Yeah, that does sound like it was at that point. But like, I'm not against it if they did something like that. It's just, in Guild Wars at least, each mount has a specific purpose to it, right? I don't know if Guild Wars has proper flying mounts or anything. I think they maybe have some mounts that can leap, some mounts that can like glide, some mounts that can like do certain very unique specific things. But each mount has a role. But in WoW, like once you have a flying mount, you're kind of good. You know what I mean? You don't really need a flying mount or a specific mount with a specific role, because in most places you could just fly. The only other place where like the only other type of mounts that I would like to see maybe like evolution of is swimming mounts. right? Like if you ever for some reason have to be in water, and you can get a very unique swim mounts that gives like dynamic flying, but essentially underwater. I know it won't have a lot of uses because there's only so many places where you can actually use it, but I wouldn't hate it, to be honest. I honestly would not hate it if we had something like that. I'm gonna do one more, boys, since I'm here anyway. Rather have extra real season +1 raid mount ability variety. I'd be cool with that too. Yeah, I do hope that eventually we'll go be back to like where we have proper 4, 5 seasons, proper amount of tiers in a expansion. Like take Legion for example, right? Legion I feel like was full of content. We had the Broken Isles and Emerald Nightmare. Then we got a mini raid in between of Nighthold, tier 2. Then we got tier 3, Tomb of Sargeras, tier 4, and Taurus. So at least 4 proper tiers and little mid tier. And like open world content, Mage Tower, so many different quest lines for artifact appearances, which were really fun to play through. Offered a lot of replayability. Yeah, I do miss that. Hell, even BFA, even though that expansion was like, you know, not everyone's favorite. Even BFA had proper tiers, right? Old Deer, then we had Battle for Desert Lore, and then Crucible in between of those two. Then Eternal Palace, even though it was like kind of mixed feelings. A lot of people had mixed feelings in that one. And then Nyalotha, right? But it's hitting me. Somebody's in combat with me. But yeah, I'd be cool if they added that back in the game at some point. Unpopular opinion is that they need to do flying mounts more inconvenient. So there'll be a point for ground mounts. That probably would be one of the ways that you could solve, or at least attempt to solve, the whole how do you make ground mounts better is by making flying mounts worse. But I don't necessarily think that anybody is going to actually enjoy it. Like, if they could find a way to make ground mounts better without making flying mounts works, that'll be the ideal solution. But yeah, making ground mounts or flying mounts more inconvenient in one way, and while making ground mounts convenient, would be a way to try to attempt to fix the disbalance between the two. That would be a way to do it. I just don't think that's what anybody would enjoy, though. You know what I mean? I think that would be a little hard to make that work super well, unfortunately. And maybe there's a way that could make that work. But I just don't really know, man. I just don't really know. I don't know how successful they'll be with it. I think it would have to redesign the world and how you travel around it. And you have to basically make it so that you're not traveling slower, per se. I don't really know how you'd be able to solve it, but they kind of sort of did a cool thing with Koresh that at least makes it super convenient. The way Koresh does it is you can do this mode called phase diving, where you basically go under into like a different phase of the world. Also chat, what class should we try? I think I'm going to copy an Evoker. I haven't got to play Evoker at all. Evoker or Shaman, chat, actually. I'll let you guys decide. Evoker or Shaman? By the way, now, the Abyss one doesn't drop on her loot. It just gets added to your bag, so you ain't gotta worry about looting them. Oh, okay, cool. I'll note that in the future. Do I have a Shaman already? No, I don't. Didn't Evokers get a lot of changes in this in 11.2? Because I haven't kept up really with too many class changes. I know that Mage's got a bunch of them, Hunter's got a bunch of them, Death Knight's got a bunch of them, and the other class I was like, okay, there's a little bit, but not enough for me to like remember and memorize in my brain. But yeah, Viking, what they did is they basically have like phase diving where you go onto like other version of other phase of Koresh where there's like different enemies and different challenges. It's a little more hostile. But like, it's the best place to like farm rares and treasures and things like that, right? So there's a bunch of portals. Catch is because my convenient games become more bland, it becomes skip most of the world, so you're gonna go from IC to Warlocks Pinnacle up to like 3 portals. Yeah. I feel like when you get a new expansion though, right? A new zone, they usually don't enable flying, except for War Within. They did add flying eventually, right? It wasn't available day one, I'm pretty sure. But like keeping us on the ground to let us explore the world the first time is fine, and then you unlock flying and then you can get around. Actually, I'm pretty sure we had skywriting from the get-go. I think it depends. Like the zones have to be designed with flying in mind and portals in mind. I think the zones are fun when there's something new to explore, but if it's a zone that you've been through over and over and over and over, like there's nothing new. You've seen it like a billion times, so I'm not completely against the idea of like how us giving us portals, because otherwise like it's just a slog to get through. The trudging through the zones being a slog isn't all that fun. I think it can work if the world is designed in a very unique way, in a fun way. But if it's just a slog and it takes forever, it's just not really fun. You know what I mean? It just isn't. Like having the world be connected with portals was super convenient, but when they took away the portals, they didn't really make the world traversal better. It just became slower. It's still slog, it's super uninteresting, it just takes longer. That wasn't great. Like a lot of people hated it. I get it. The world feels smaller because you have portals. But like at the same time, you're just traversing through the world where there's nothing going on. If they maybe made it so that, hey, there's those portals, but now there's something going on in the open world. There's a reason for you to be out here at all times. Every zone is an opportunity for like a reward or gear or something. That'll be something. Then that'll be worth my time and worth everybody else's time. But like, if they're gonna remove portals to make traveling on, by foot a thing, you could streamline it a little bit, right? And that's the thing they don't really do, is streamline it. What Koresh does, is what I was trying to say, is when you do phase diving, you don't fly. You can't fly in phase diving. Normally in Koresh, you can just fly around as much as you want to, but phase diving, you're kind of stuck on the ground. You move quicker, and when you do mount up, you can get, like, once you upgrade the cloak, a different version of a mount to run. And then inside of phase diving, there's rares, treasures, all these things, a bunch of rewards for you to collect. And there's also like a harder version of open world content that can power up your cloak and like weekly activities and stuff. But they also have a bunch of portals for you to travel around, because you become energy and you can basically transfer energy from one portal to another. And there's a bunch of these nodes all over the place. So it's really easy to just stay in phase diving without the need of flight, because you have these nodes to port around everywhere you need to go. So it's convenient, you move faster. There's challenges there, and there's like a way for you to explore Koresh, but like a different way where you don't really need flying, right? It's still exploring Koresh, you're on the ground the entire time, but like it just maybe became a little more convenient. So I wonder if they could do something like that in the future, maybe, because they found just a way to, like, if you are phase diving and exploring Koresh, you're not exploring it through like an obvious worse way. It's just a different way, but you don't feel like you're taking forever to get around from one area to another. In fact, you can actually, in some cases, get around quicker, especially if you have all these nodes everywhere, you can just port around. So for that zone, thematically, it works, right? They found a way for you to be able to stay on the ground doing stuff without the need for flight. So there, you don't really need to fly and crash. It's actually easy to just phase dive and just port around everywhere. In fact, I actually found that to be faster than flying. But for that zone, thematically, it works. I just don't really know how they would do that for open world either. Stuff like that. Nice and convenient to skip continents to do mount farms. Oh, for sure. But even like leveling the character, getting around places. But I don't have a lot of good memories of portal jumping. I have good memories of running through wetlands and see random people. I think the first time you play in WoW, you're exploring all these zones. But when you play another character, another alt character, or if you're still playing your main, you don't really have a reason to go running through wetlands. Do you want to run again through wetlands? Like, you could technically do that, right? You don't have to take a portal. You don't have to fly. You could just stay on the ground, mount. Like, and if you wanted to, you could. But like you and I both know, it just doesn't add any more compelling things through the zone. You already been through it. You already leveled through it on that character. Maybe if you want to play another character and level through it and like have that same experience, you can. But there's just nothing compelling for you to need to do that again. Would it be cool if they transformed the world where you wanted to be on the ground because you could miss out on a cool reward or a cool spawn, something in the open world, where the world found a way to refresh itself, so even if you're max level, the world still finds a way to surprise you in cool ways? I'd be cool with it. But you would need to do a lot of time really revamping every single one of the zones. I'm a role player, so yeah, it's a lot of places. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that is what you want to do. But when it comes to like actual gameplay fun out of it, majority of people that aren't like, unless you're there for the sightseeing, there's no reason to run through wetlands all over again. So people are just gonna fly past it or take a portal so you don't need to be through those zones. You know, spend less time traveling. I think it'd be cool if they found a way to make the world more interesting, but in its current state, after you play through it, after you quested through it, it just loses that interest naturally. And it's not a bad thing, it just happens when you play through the content. You've been there before, you know what I mean? There's just not much for you to do there afterwards. Like, it's a dilemma, right? And I feel like every new world that they build, right? Legion, Broken Isles, all these different zones, Suramar, exploring all these places without flight at the beginning was super fun and very enjoyable. Any new expansion, when you're exploring a new area, you always get that new sense of wonder and like exploring every nook and cranny and detail of these zones. And they were able to do that with War Within and Dragonflight, where we had flying from the get-go, but you still could explore the places in scale. They're just, the zones are so massive, it does want you to skyride. It is designed with that in mind, but even if you're flying around, you're not missing the details. You're actually getting to see and explore a lot of it very, very quickly. You just, everything is spread out so that it doesn't need to be compact. It can be spread out further apart, but you're flying so you can get to it a little quicker. So it allows you, like, I mean, you don't need to, you know, fly through and count every blade of glass on the ground, but like get into all the major areas and seeing the details, storylines, all those things. Just have fun with it. But this is what I've been wondering. If it's more fun to do portal jumping and just fly over the world, and more fun to travel through it. I feel like if they made it more fun to actually travel through it, like if this shit was straight up Skyrim, where every time you run through the world and there's some random encounters you can have out in the open world while traveling, while you're making your way towards your, oh, let me go mount farming really quickly, and then while you're traveling, those random encounters where you can get random ass rewards, or even open world gear upgrades randomly, right? If the world, let's say, aged with you a little bit, right? Some of the different threats could show up in other areas that you've already been in, right? Things like that. Maybe then it'll be cool. There'll be a reason for you to want to travel through it. But unless they're looking to revamp the zones or revamp the content, you're just flying through places you've been in. So, I mean, then it's all about trying to get from A to B. Unless you're really just trying to go on a stroll. It's all about getting from A to B as quickly as possible, because players have an objective they're trying to complete, you know? Legions does feel better on the ground than the air. No, because they were designed from ground up, literally, from ground perspective. They weren't designed for like flying in mind. And you do miss out a lot if you just fly through them. But they were designed fairly well as a ground experience more than anything. They designed stuff like with purpose, in mind. Because in Legion, there's a lot of little details you'll miss on the ground. Like there's hidden secret things that you'll find from the ground view, but from the sky you won't ever notice. So yeah. Yeah, apart from Broken Shore, that place is kind of pretty open. But the good thing we should do is in Island Expeditions AI. They have one rares in open world, so the rares hunt you and flee from you. That'd be cool. Yeah, I wouldn't hate that, honestly. I actually wouldn't hate it. Imagine you're traveling out in the open world and like a band of bandits is sometimes like, and a band of bandits like takes up, or maybe like make dynamic quests, right? Normally, let's say you run over that bridge from wetlands to Arathi Highlands, and that bridge is normally open, but one day there's bandits there, right? And there's a bunch of NPCs trying to cross it, but bandits are nickel and diming everybody through it, and you got options, right? You could either find a way to, let's say, like, clear another side objective, side entrance for those NPCs to get, or just beat the bandits back. Or yeah, like you said, assassins randomly chasing you, or a random spawn, a random thing happens, right? And maybe make it dynamic, like you said, island NPCs. I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it at all. I actually would not be against stuff like that at all. Because then you would have like some replayability for the open world content, and as long as it rewards players decently, right? Yeah, and maybe even challenges players, right? Even if the content is like a little bit challenging, enemies don't just hit you like a wet noodle, it's an actual encounter. I wouldn't hate it, honestly. I'm a supporting fan is Nightbot. He's doing his job, man. He's doing God's work. Nightbot doing God's work. He's doing the best he can, man. Leave him alone. Where are you then, Wes, huh? How come you're not supporting me as much as Nightbot? That's on you, man. Okay, so Flame Shaper. So I haven't actually kept up with any of the Shaman or Evoker changes. So Evoker Flame Shaper engulf damage is increased by 100%. That requires the target to have a Fire Breath or Dream Breath active. Engulf effectiveness is scaled by 20% for each dot instead of 50. So it has more upfront damage. That's just scaling. Full Monster no longer decreases duration of Fire Breath. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. I like that. I don't hate that. You could go for a rank 4 Fire Breath and you could like give it a second to set up. Fixing sure breath of units could display incorrect tooltip on talented or maneuverability. Preservation unshakable. Empower spells are 10% more effective while charging. Cannot be knocked back. I do like that. Wait a second, that's cool. Temper charge. Temper compression increases the healing done on your next empower. That's a tier set, isn't it? That's a tier set. Distant timer design that reduces time dilation and cooldown by 10 seconds grants additional charge. That's really good. Delay harm. 50% of damage taken from time dilation is not absorbed. Wait, so you have a 50% DR now. Wait, hold on. You have a 50% DR as Evoker? I missed this completely. Doesn't have access to damage reduction abilities outside of Renewal Blades and Flame Shaper, which hurts the potential content like M+. There's opens up possibility to save the tanks from massive damage. Wait, you have a 50% DR now. That's so good. Or is it like absorbed up until a certain cap, but still it's DR. Rewind cooldown is longer. Stasis power made it required to take, which forces players into the bottom right capstone branch, but moving further to the tree. Temporal Artificer reduces rewind. Oh, temporal, they're moving that up, I guess, right? Center we're offering easy to play talents with stasis that don't feel required. Wait, what is it with stasis? Stasis power. Temporal Artificer reduces rewind cooldown to 90 seconds. By 90. Stasis power has made it feel required to take. Did it move stasis somewhere? Oh, stasis is now a choice with Temporal Artificer. Oh, okay, I see. They just didn't have it like down here. The version has two charges, baseline, based. That's also good. Emerald Blossoms I felt like were kind of weak, but they're like an easy playstyle in raids because you just spam them when people stack. That should do a lot of healing. Press really good in PTR. Been some best healers I've had. Really, I need to give them a try now. Temporal Anomaly Absorption increased by 100%. What's that? Temporal Anomaly. Oh, that's the orb. Absorption beyond 5. Okay, so this is better in dungeons then. Dream Flight healing increased by 150. Okay. Cool. What other changes have they done for Evoker? Can I just do Evoker? Oh yeah, PvP Shroud has been redesigned a little bit. And then we have Chrono Warden. To the scales, cooldown is reduced by 60 seconds. Temper Burst causes Chrono Flame strike one additional target, repeat 10% additional damage or healing by up to maximum 400% spell power. That's pretty good. Then Preservation. Inner Flame Periodic increases healing by 25%. I don't even know what that is actually. S's Bomb. Healing version. Radius increase 20 yards with 8 yards. I know what this is. Do we just get like a random proc of like this bomb that fires up and kills people or damages? Devastation damage buffed up. Jackpot, the nerf jackpot. Preservation all healing reduced. They actually reduced it. 20% reduced of Dream Breath? Was it that strong? Temple of Furnace reduces cooldown but rewind by 120? Whoa, okay. They're really trying to make it better with stasis or competitive. Fixation shall prevent a live bind from transfer Emerald Communion healing to the Evoker has healing absorbed. Okay. So Evoker's actually got a lot of changes on PTR. Chrono Flame Breath. Wait, they changed this completely. Now increases Chrono Flame's effect by 50% with 10 seconds. Damage healing cap is increased to 400. Increase the number of Chrono Flames targets to 2. Wait a second, that's real good. Inner Flame increases periodic damage and healing by 20% per stack with 40. Wait, did it nerf it then? Inner Flame now plays a fiery visual in the Evoker while it's active. That triggers twice if the Evoker has 2 stacks of Inner Flame. What is Inner Flame even? I need to look. And then Scale Commander, yeah, so you can look like backpedal or whatever. What about Shaman? Dude, Shaman's barely got any changes. Wait, is there no shaman changes here? Oh, it is down here, yeah. Tempest now stacks, cancel. Taking a look at pretty low Tempest. Terms of vacation secondary effect updated. During ascendance, one strike seems to up to 5 maelstrom. You discharge lightning bolt, chain lightning at 100% effectiveness. When available, it'll instantly discharge a Tempest. Ooh, that's good. I like that change. And then Healing Tide now has better healing within small group content. Shaman. Enhancement, Mana Forge and Mega 2-set bonus that activates Ascendance for 5 seconds every 6 Awakening Storms. With 6... Oh. Oh, yeah, they nerfed that. Okay. Following no longer display the projectile effects for allies. Okay, so it didn't really do anything. It just animation change more than anything. Single button assistant that properly recommends 2E between Earthshock and LA Blast when Earthquake is selected. Okay, so it does like not ignore it anymore. Cool. Yeah, so Shamans didn't really get a lot, did they? Another class that didn't really get a lot is Warrior. Mostly just tier set changes, except for Prot, but I did cover that earlier. We played that. You know what? Let's give Evoker a try, man. Let's give Evoker a try. I want to see what some of the different builds that Evokers have been playing. Let's start with Dev. I'm pretty sure most devs right now scale Commander because everybody's been playing, what's it called? The, the tier set that they got. Which is like you summon extra Evokers to fight for you. Which is pretty neat. Not gonna lie. There's not a lot of logs for Dev Evokers, unfortunately, though. That means at least one decent one, right? Just want to have a build. To me, there's one where Evoker actually has a build. Ooh, there is one. Do they have a build? They do. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Hold on. So we got this is scale and plus PTR. Cool. Guess you have to think for yourself. What do you mean? I don't have to think for myself. Never. Can't make me. I don't know if I really need spatial. Honestly, I feel like I just want that. Or should I go? Yeah, I should probably do a press and roar. That seems better. And for the tier set, I need to go get the tier set. What are the stats that Evokers use? You guys know? This guy has a lot of... He has 25,000 haste and then 18,000 crit. Okay, so maybe haste heavy? Wait, why does he have 25,000 haste? Is that normal? Are my stats all kind of bungled up? Seems like it. Haste and crit though seems to be the play. I don't know why I picked up 2 ratio wraps. I went to grab 1. Hey, ratio wraps. We'll put in a haste socket because I need a lot of haste apparently. Okay. Trinket wise, that's another thing. What trinkets does he run? So he ran the Astral Antenna and the Araz's Ritual Forge, which makes sense for the Ritual Forge actually. Ritual Forge makes sense. Dev. So that's a 2-minute trinket, and that lines up pretty well. This is like a universal trinket for crit. And I gotta make sure I'm using Dragon's Roar with... Technically I could use Best in Slot still, couldn't I? So keep that. And put this over here. Wait, over here. Yeah, that'll work. Or no, I could pick up a... Isn't there a staff I can pick up too? What dungeon do I want to do? I don't really know. It's, your pick. Your pick. I think I would do really well at the very beginning of the, Gambit probably. But it's whatever you want to try, Ben.
What did you bring me?
Whatever you're feeling like. Set around like a 12. Somehow I actually was in a group the other day, in like a Chinese group, and they found a way to make a key without any what am I thinking of? Without any affixes. I have no idea how they did it, but apparently they were able to do it. I don't know how. No, I think I'm gonna switch over some pieces for a bit more haste. Haste and crit. I don't think I need my 4 set, do I? All 4. If I have a haste heavy item, haste mastery, I'm gonna switch over haste crit here and go a little more crit heavy. Yeah, a little bit less mastery where I can. Okay. What I can do is this, and see if I can do the ring. Just get my, yeah, stats organized a little differently. That'll work. Not amazing, but it'll work. And with this, I don't think I have to do anything differently for my setup, right? I just need to deep breath often, which will have a meta deep breath. And I need to burn Empower into a beam, because it'll cleave everything. And with my tier set, what does it do? Well, flying deep breath, and for 10 seconds after, you command a squadron of True Drag Theor will attack your targets with Disintegrates and Pyre. While the squadron is active, your Mass Disintegrate strikes 2 additional targets. In addition, your squadron assists you for 2 seconds. Wait, so your Mass Disintegrate, so is this one, right? Yeah. On Pyre, you Pyre with like 3 plus targets normally, right? But then when you have Mass Disintegrate, you just Disintegrate. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Should I just set up for a dungeon, or you want to do one together? Should Pyre to 5 plus targets? Maybe. Well, I mean, while the tier set acts, I probably just want to beam when I hit 5 plus targets. But I'm wondering for this spec, because I'm pretty sure at 3 plus targets as Flame Shaper, you are pyring at 3. But then you're disintegrating at like 2 and less. However, this does 331 fire damage. This does 1.3 million. How does this work? Because I don't know if my build does anything differently. Do I have Pyre that does the Explosy? I do. Well, yeah, I do. 50% chance to flare up and explode again nearby target. But it's only 1 point into that. Not really picking up Iridescence either. Let me look. I wonder if Scale Commander Flame Shaper changes the rotation in AoE. Opener. Okay, AoE priority. But it says use Firestorm, but I don't have Firestorm as a spec. So it says use Pyre. Okay, so Disintegrate versus Pyre in AoE. Use Disintegrate at 2 targets. At 3 plus, use Pyre with volatility. Without volatility, use Pyre at 3 targets if you have 15 or more stacks to Charge Blast, or Feed the Flames active. I don't have either one of those. Wait, do I have Charge Blast? I do have Charge Blast. Okay, so you do want to use Pyres with Charge Blast stacks, 15 or more. Okay, so you can use it pretty aggressively. Otherwise, use Disintegrate to 4 targets. And inspired regardless of situation above that. Okay. So basically it doesn't change that much, but because I'm playing with Charge Blast, which I don't normally play as the other one, the Flame Shaper. Wait, that's a comp. That works. What key was it for again? Is Beautiful's whack? No, it's actually probably good. It's Scale Commander, it's really good. I'm just used to the Engulf build. But I haven't really messed around with any of the Engulf changes. Unless if you want to, I can just go back to Engulfing, and that seems fine. Streets? Oh, streets. Alright, chat, actually, question. I'll let you guys decide this real quick. Streets or, no. Flame Shaper or Scale Commander? Because I want to try Scale Commander with these little evokers that fly and run around with you. Because when you deep breath, it'll summon these evokers that are like, what is it? Running about. Oh, you want to set it to Mythic. Set to Mythic. No, this build shouldn't be whack. It should be pretty decent. I've seen play evokers running this. Usually as augmentation. Usually as aug. Because those evokers that you summon actually do a lot of damage. Like, it's a significant damage gain. You basically summon pets. It is weird. Did you relieve because no Demon Hunter buff? Lol. He said, no, he asked if there's a Gambit. He asked, is this not Gambit? And the guy said he was screwed to the streets. I was like, oh, maybe. Yeah, he was looking for Gambit. Oh, you do have it as Gambit. Okay, it does have it as Gambit. Also, the tank apparently is a lever. Do we want him in here? Do we want this guy in here? That's PTR, but like, technically he does have a Scarlet Mark, man. Whether there's a plus 12 streets? Yeah, he probably thought Gambit. Maybe so you just probably tells a version and he thought, oh, okay. Gambit it is. It's like, is this not Gambit? I think, you know what, honestly, I think stuff like this is probably gonna happen when we when this comes out to Live Realms. These issues are gonna come out to Live Realms. We're experiencing them now, so it's gonna be what we'll expect once this goes live. Telling you. Get out of here, Faithful Lever. It's just funny how it actually gives him like a... Or he's gone? Wait, was it gonna give him like a lever penalty for... He lost his penalty somehow. I'm not sure what happened. But it was just a group, not me. Shut up, lever. Dude, that is gonna happen though. Telling you. Telling you, that is actually gonna happen. Alright, well, we got a full squad. I am yet to get through a full run of streets, by the way. I have not been able to get a full run of streets at all. So, this is gonna be like an actual proper run for me. I probably should play a little bit as Heal Evoker at some point. I didn't realize they got this many cool buffs, man. I feel like out of all the healers, Heal Evoker is one of the more complicated ones. Or complex healers in the game. I love the whole echo mechanic and the way that they heal. It's so unique. But I feel like they're just like... I feel like they're so complex. Like, not a lot of people play them. Like, you can play Aug Evoker, or... I gotta run out for some reason. You can play Evoker. Hold on, I heal ran out. But you can play Evoker, healer. Or... Is that guy gone? He's gone. I don't know why he ran out, but he ran out. Give him a second, I guess. Hey, never played Evoker, but it seemed fun. They really are fun, Super Meow. I feel like if you ever wanted to play Evoker, then I'd pick one up right now as Devastation and play the Flame Shaper playstyle. It cranks. It does so much damage without a lot of gear requirement. Trust me. It is not that difficult to play either. You just basically set up like a big fire breath and just pop, ignite it. And then everything just goes exploding. You can always play AUG. AUG is fine. Preservation is really hard to play. But Devastation as Flameshaper in particular is really easy. Wait, I used to deep breath too. Forgot about that. Look at these beams, dude. Look at those beams go. The beams. That is so funny. Alrighty. Gonna go for another one of these. Another empowerment. Leave everything down and then we beam in them again. Beam down. Look at the damage we're doing to him. I technically have another deep breath. I don't think I should use it. I don't think it's worth it right now. I think I'm just gonna fire up another one. Beaming him down. Yeah! I'm getting spammed with add-on errors on Forge. Here's you burst someone, but I feel like they use some of the Evoker's attack as well. It is really cool. Yeah, it's part of the tiers that they got going on. I'm about to use it. And you can see these Evokers with me now. Look at them. Look at them roaming around with me. It's so cool. Hardline Barrier. I'm going to do one of these and beam him. Look at them. Look at them attacking with me. It is dope. And they do a lot of damage too. These Evokers do a ton of damage all by themselves. You know, probably it's a good idea for me not to hold my, what's it called? Probably it's a good idea not to hold my, deep breath next time, because it'll synergize with my other burst. Try to knock him up. Yeah, I'm not going to hold it. Gonna use it real quickly. I'm going to die. I'm probably going to die here. Yeah, I'm dead. I ran through too many dots. Look at the damage. Dude, these commanders are doing more damage than me. That is the funniest thing ever. Boom kept popping up, by the way. Boomies are insane right now. They nerfed him a little. Oh, they nerfed him by a decent bit, actually. But they still do very good damage. Okay, well, I got huge goes. Soonish. They're bugged. Who? The ads? The ad evokers? I think I DC'd, sorry. No, you're good, you're good. Yeah, that's actually a decent way to separate it, honestly. I like the separation. Okay, here we go. We gotta go big burst. Fire breath. Big evoker setup. I'm beaming him down. Look at him blowing up. We're good on setup here. Yeah, these evokers don't really last all that long. I will say that. I do like the cleave with this spec. That is really, really good. Do I need to heal myself? Okay, self-heal as much as I can. Deep breath again. I'm gonna try to see if I can separate this a little. Beaming down. Look at him beaming, dude. Look at the smokers beaming. Look at him beaming him things down. That is so funny. I'm not using my movement skills as much as I should be. Not as effective as I can be. It is super funny though. How they just, it literally adds, I literally summoned extra ads to fight. Although I also noticed the deep breath ability has a much shorter cooldown than I normally would. I am not sure what that's all about. Look at them. The commandos, dude. Look at them go. They're disintegrating and pyring. I don't think they should be pyring this much, but that's okay. Okay, well, I have my deep breath very, very soon. I'm going to combine deep breath together with my burst. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to just get out of the way. We're going to use deep breath with dragon go and everything. I'm going to miss some of my lost timing, but it's okay. Okay. That is super annoying. Okay. Fire breath, everything. All right. Dragons do damage. Do damage, dragons. Beam down. Beaming and beaming. Do burst. Where's it at? Oh, it said him. Okay. See if I can maybe... Or no? Okay, he melded it, I think. Yeah, I think it was a meld. Let's see if I can help. Okay, took us a second, but we did get knock you out of it. Why is Deep Breath ability coming back off cooldown as fast as it does? I don't think I've ever had Deep Breath come off cooldown this quickly before. Okay, there's got to be some cooldown reduction for Deep Breath, right? I hate the silence. It is the worst. Pull the arm. He's going to be picking somebody out in a second. Irrigation on me. Alright, boys. I'm over here. Help. Help, please. Touch of death. Break me out, please. Thank you. That was quick, actually. Okay. I got another deep breath. Can I deep breath and immunely disarm? I probably can. Beam him down, boys. Do it. You guys got this. Come on, squad. I love how I have a squad. Stop disarming me, you piece of shit, boss. I hate you. Hate you so much. He died. We actually did good damage. Look at that. Look at the Evoker damage. Dude, my ads do so much more damage than me. And why am I even here, dude? I should just AFK those dungeons, let them do the rest of this key. I should just leave and let my ads do the rest of this key. Bro. Boomy will get fixed. Boomy was just doing a little too much damage. But I don't know if they'll really need to be fixed, to be honest. Alright, beam him down, boys. Beam him down. Dude, they weren't even out for long. They actually were like 50% of my damage. Also, this is the best skip ever. Look at that thing. Alrighty. Let's do one of these. I hate that pull he does. What can you do, though? So technically I could use the deep breath ability here, but it seems to be desynced with my burst. I think it has some kind of cooldown reduction mechanic to it that I never really noticed. Okay. But here I have like some decent burst to work with on both of these core hounds. Does he want to triple it? Could triple it. Triple it and give it to the next guy. Yep. I think I'm probably gonna wait and save my burst for like the next group of foes. So I'm just gonna beam these guys down real quick. I probably shouldn't be sitting on my cooldowns like I am, but it just does not feel super synergetic. Feels like it just kind of messed up. That's always fun. You know what? I'm just gonna hold. I think the Boomk is also holding. He's like, you know what? There's just 3 mobs. Probably not worth. So our survival hunter is popping off. Do I feel so good? Are you playing the pack leader? Oh, you are. Yeah, stampeding. That does seem to do really good damage, though. Does seem like it's pretty good, huh? This also feels really good. Just like set up a huge beam combo and that's it. I'm back to pyring. Back to Pyre. Pyre, Pyre, Pyre away. It's so funny how much damage these guys do. I can't stop. Are we staying or are we just doing something else? Oh, RP. Okay, RP, RP, RP. Got it. Ah! Okay. Gotta stun these guys real quickly. We got dudes walking in. Watch it. Yep. We do have to make sure we're not letting the cats go off if we can. Gonna give us a big defensive. That's about all I can do. Force multiplier, I can't really stop that, unfortunately. We'll just have to work with what we got here. Just not a lot to work with. We can... What is this damage you're doing to them? I'm taking a lot of damage, so we go to one of these. I'm gonna drag this guy for a shield. Oh, he's got stunned, which is unfortunate for him. Ow. Yeah, force multiplier is on enrage. Too bad I don't have like a way to remove the enrage. I think maybe only the boomkin can. Maybe I can root these guys as a charger? I tried it actually. I was pretty close. Almost did it too. What is this damage you were doing there? Stampede! Also the bombs are doing damage too. Okay. Alright. I didn't realize you have all that damage. That is pretty awesome. Oh, Evoker said reporting for duty. I flew in and there, I clearly heard Evoker say reporting for duty. That is cool as hell. Okay, my Evokers are gone. I miss them already. Okay, when they get like second target, it's going to be kind of annoying by the way as a melee. Maybe not as much as Survival Hunter, but it definitely is annoying. Focus down the guy that's the blue one. Ooh, reporting for duty. Yeah, I totally clearly heard an Evoker that time. Nice. We're gonna pop over here. Oh, okay, never mind. Dispelled. Yeah, dude, this is another Warlock dungeon, I think. Being able to have a second Dispel with that mechanic is gonna be so nice. I think they might need to change the way those mechanics work with the spells and stuff. Just a little. Okay, I got Evokers reporting for duty. So funny. They literally go reporting for duty. Actual scale commander. Look at them flying around with me. I don't know why it looks so funny, but they do. It's so funny. Okay. I need help. Yeah, thank you. Although for this mechanic, as a Evoker, I imagine it's going to be the easiest because you can just stay away the entire time. There we go. I'll get you a shield. I should be using this shield more often though. Druid. Okay, I think the Druid was able to just break out of it though. Which is good for him. What are the chances majority of my damage just with Evokers? And with command? Probably, actually. Yeah, whoever's got the animal orb, you gotta clear some of these things. Oh. It's on the druid. He should be able to power shift it though. Yeah, he can power shift it. Oh, we have monks. We can always just cleanse it with Tiger's Lust, can't we? How much damage is the dude? I'm only having to put in 80% of the effort because 20% comes from the evokers, man. 20% of the effort comes from the evokers. I don't even need to do anything. I just need to press deep breath button and I make evokers happen. Are we killing them? We're trying to do a skippy. You can do a skippy here if you're careful. Yeah, you have to do these guys as they are though. There we go. Now we can do a big beam. Melt things down. Oh, I'm not in a great spot. I'm getting beamed. I can't interrupt him. Unfortunately. That guy needs to be, there we go. Now we can kick. Can knock him. Actually, I can knock him back. That's about all. Ruin him for a second. Maybe that'll do something. I'm definitely out of practice with this spec. Or this playstyle of Evoker. I'm so used to just pressing engulf. Wind Leader is the hero talent for the reduction deep breath. Oh, is there actually? Wind Leader. Wing Leader. Oh, Bombardment's help reduce the cooldown. I didn't realize. That's cool. I had no idea. Yeah, I don't ever play around with this one, as you can tell. I'm barely playing Scared Commander. I've been on Flame Shaper Sim from the get-go. I love the burst of it. It was just never really meta until they made it meta.
May I tempt you with my wares? No matter. There are many doors to success. I have friends nearby who may be of assistance. Someone in this market must possess what we seek.
Big beam.
All used like a hard bargain. Good show.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have these guys coming up. Wait, I have a huge empowerment ability. Oh, that was really unfortunate. That was a lot of bursts, and it's just yeah. AoE. Hopefully that helps. I'm hoping that helps. I love the whole reporting for duty they did. That's so funny. Also gotta make sure I have my evokers present during the mass disintegrate, because that's what lets me cleave multiple targets at once. I should have given his shield earlier though. That's another thing that also don't do that much in Evoker is usually shielding. I'm usually just pumping, because as Engulf Evoker you can just keep pumping red spells all the time. Hey, amounts of front so far. I mean, on stream today we got. What amount did we get? We got the Archivon one. Before the stream though, I ended up getting the Gloom Charger from the Sylvanas raid, and then there was Xavier's Shoulders. I guess that's not really a mount, is it? I got the Golden mount that was off stream though. Wait, do we have Golden Sands though? But yeah, so far we tried for mounts, and on stream, when I'm not streaming, I'm getting the mounts apparently. When I am streaming, I'm not getting mounts. I go this one. Also, this fight kind of sucks though, man. This boss kind of sucks, not gonna lie. kind of blows. Because you need to make sure you got that full damage amp and then maximize it. You can't miss it because you'll have a window where he has like big bursts onto the boss. Unless you want to hold cooldowns for it, it's gonna be a little rough. This is the first set of ads. It's fine to just pop cooldowns in the opener. Oh, not what I meant to do. Where the hell am I? Also, the poison throw at you is kind of rough. But yeah, we need to make sure we have the up-tempo buff at all times, especially for the boss. Because he'll have a huge shield. And yeah, if we don't have the buff, we're going to be in a rough spot. In most cases, you want to kind of zoom out and zoom back in. I'm gonna focus that guy down as best as I can. Okay, so the boss itself is what's gonna be really painful. So you gotta make sure you get the buff and then you refresh it. I would hold cooldowns until the boss gets a shield. Honestly, I wouldn't pop cooldowns immediately. I would actually just hold until he gets a shield, because we got to break through that shield. That thing was painful when I was doing this before. This guy in the mailroom boss are the ones that I got stuck on before with groups. Okay, when you group soon, you gotta make sure you get your buff. Oh, I missed my buff. Unfortunately. Okay, yeah, he's gonna be popping cooldowns here in a bit. And I'll probably have to lust it. Yep. So whatever damage you could do to break through him, and if you could refresh your buff, this would be the best time to do it. It is not ideal. But if you lose the buff, it makes it harder to get through his shield. That shield hurt, by the way. It's a lot of damage you gotta commit through. I'm assuming everybody lost the buffs. Unfortunately. Yeah, another final warning. You can get a buff of him, that'd be great. Yep. Whatever damage you guys got, because this is gonna one-shot us. I can maybe AoE us? Yeah, we're dead. No, we're not dead. We kind of lived. We kind of lived. Okay, he's gonna give us a buff again. Yep. If you're quick enough, you can get out of the way. Yeah, this guy sucks, man. Good caster. I lusted it, I think. Oh, beyond the drums. Got it. Actually, I think drums are safe too. No drums, you just gotta hit the thing. Wait, do we actually get past the boss? I didn't realize his shield thing was based on like his health percentages. You basically just got to wait and then time it. I hate it. I hate it. I feel like those marks should show up for you earlier, so you have more than enough time to get out of the way, because for pugs this is going to be abysmal. It's already kind of hard to see what the hell's on the ground. You got a bright ass ground and the bright ass circles on it. Like, not fun. But I'm surprised we actually won. I have had a hard time getting past this boss on so many groups chat. Those drums of survival. Oh yeah, that makes sense actually. Look at the commandos, man. Commandos do so much damage. Also, I love your pet. I love Hopper. I love that guy. I think I could die for him. Get your fucking just run talent that does massive shield damage. They do, yes, they do actually. Yeah, it is called Unravel. 1.4 million spell damage to shields. Yeah, for this boss, you probably do want to use it. I just, you know, I didn't think about this guy in the shield mechanic because the shield mechanic is new. He never had the shield mechanic before in like back in Shadowlands. Like it just wasn't a mechanic for him at all. Yeah, the burst of the spec is real nice. We knock him, just the junk mail doesn't do the damage it does. Try to see if we can knock them into each other a little. Yeah, that what is it? Deep breath resets are real nice. They're very noticeable. Big beam. Yeah, I also want to make sure I'm marking the right person with bombardment. But it's something I'm really not great at. We're definitely not timing this place. I'm not sure what you could do to time this. I feel like we've done mostly okay. I'm gonna pop a big defensor for us here. And do some healing. Okay, this part right here we have to make sure we're moving for. And we do this. And then I go grab this. And I go grab this guy a little closer. Never mind, I missed it. Okay, we go here and then we pop cooldowns. Pop big defensive. Huge heal from the monk. Actually, massive heal from the monk. I was doing this with the discrews the other day and just wasn't really doing great healing. Burst healing for that. Damn. Okay. Do I have the AoE? Yeah, I do, actually. So using hover for AoE damage is actually not that bad. I wonder if we just focus the boss. Probably not, right? Or maybe just focus boss. Looks like we're just gonna try to focus. Yeah. So maybe when you get him to like 5% there, it's like just focus it and hitting him. It'll be just fine. That wasn't bad at all. Nice. I was gonna say for a second, in cap one alone won't be enough. Are we skipping this guy? I don't think we can skip him, can we?
There are dozens of them all over the floor. Here, take one.
Oh, you can.
Yes.
You can just skip him when you resets? That is so funny. That is so funny. You can just skip him when you resets. I can't believe it. Okay, I don't remember what this guy does at all. It's been a second. I know he separates the room and you gotta go through portals, but yeah. But you have that many deaths here. What part did we do slowly? Because they did reduce the timer for this place, but...
I must now travel beyond Tazavesh. But you...
Alright, Evokers, do your job. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Triangle. Are these going to be stationary? Okay, so he's dividing. Okay, so it's going to be, looks like triangle. Oh. It's a kick thing. Oh yeah, we don't have to kick it for a while. I think the tank got it right. Did they make this easier? I feel like there used to be like this big AoE circle thing that you have to dodge. I know there's like one with portals, but I thought there was more going on than this. Okay, so now we have square that doesn't do anything. Circle is gonna be the play. At least you could do the square here. Boomkin, unfortunate. Okay, so all we have is a square, so we have to work with that. The square into triangle, maybe? Yep, square into triangle works as well. Or actually, you could use a square. So maybe me doing square into triangle was not that great. Or no, we need to do this. Yeah, we need to do this to catch up. I'm here. Wait, do we have to do 3 kicks? Wait, I think we do have to do like 3 kicks there. I thought it was 1 for some reason. Square. Yeah, we'll do square when we get a chance. Dude, this guy was so easy at the end. I remember this guy distinctly being like kind of a difficult boss. Like actually notably difficult. This guy was so ridiculously easy though. What was that, chat? Druid did 0 mechanics. Oh, did he actually? On this fight? Is there any mechanics here? GG. Oh, I did a really good damage. I mean, not amazing, but pretty good. Like Amanda's, dude. Dude, I just need to play. I need to turn off 1/5 of my brain when playing this, and then the Evokers do the rest of it. It is so funny. It is so funny. This is the funniest tier set ever. It's just passive, and as long as they don't bug out, they do a lot of damage. Applying your deep breath for 10 seconds after you command to squadrons of Evokers. I didn't play this correctly. I'm sure you're supposed to like set up big, massive disintegrate, then fly, then beam. And I didn't play that well at all. And look at them just disintegrating, dude. Then firing. It is the funniest set ever. Male boss didn't move suitcase or anything. Oh, did I not? Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, then again, his damage was kind of on the lower end, so maybe he was like doing something else. It did start surge a lot apparently, but also start surge just hit hard, but not as hard as it used to. GG. Rough for pugs. Yeah, dude, that one was rough for pugs. I remember this being actually really easy, and they somehow find this dungeon to make it harder for pugs. I don't know why. Especially when the final boss is such a pushover, man, which is so crazy. Final boss is an actual pushover. He used to be somewhat of like a threat. Used to. But like, male boss, pretty easy. Used to be pretty easy. Menagerie, they made that one a little harder, I think. But that one used to be pretty easy too. Put the guy in the corner. Maybe it's out positioning them. Who knows? First boss is about the same, I think. But that whole place used to be really, really easy. But also you didn't used to pull a lot. I think they might have changed percentages. Though. Because you do have to do like pretty decent pulls at the very like main bazaar area. There's a lot of like caster dudes in there that are really rough. I need to play pack leader in Key sometime because my first one play survival Key season 2. I need you to play pack leader in the Key sometime because my first time playing survival in the Key. Really? Okay, I'll need to play pack leader at some point. That's fair. I'll give it a go. You played Raptor Strike. Okay, cool. So I might be able to do that too. Yeah, I definitely will. But Evoker felt really good. What is this? Oh, it's my pants. Okay, I was thinking for a second, like, why do I not have pants? Evoker is actually kind of fun. I think I need to play Preservation at some point, though. I think I need to give Pres a go at some point. That'll probably be very, very fun. Ooh, wait, hold on. This... Yeah, I kind of like this set. Maybe not this here. Yeah, give it purple. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. Look at that. That's pretty good looking. Well, setting buttons, making sure things will strip the spear unless there's shotting damage. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I need to look at Preservation again, because that's the one that really got a lot of changes more than anything. Mostly Pres. Oh yeah, unshakable permanent spells are more effective and you can no longer get moved. And where was it? Oh, it was here, yeah, stasis or temporal. So now you need to choose this temper charge, which is the tier set. So basically a temporal compression, which you get from... Where is temporal compression? Is that a passive? Temporal compression. Or is it part of a talent? Temporal compression. Not golden hour. Not time lord. Oh, it's up here. Okay, temporal compression. Each caster or bond spell causes the next empowerment spell to reach maximum time faster. But this also increases its effectiveness by 5%. Got Ash's Invisible Warglaives Thunder Fury Legion. You know what? Now you're making me want to try for Glaives. GG, I'm gonna try for Glaives. Now you're making me want to try for Glaives. Hold on, you saying you got Warglaives makes me want to try for Glaives, Andre. I knew that I was missing something today, and I want to try for Glaives. Now that, Jake, now that you showed me the skip for the Glaives, I want to try it now. I still have no idea how Pack Leader works. You basically, as far as I understand with Pack Leader, you want to press kill command and it'll summon an animal, summon a beast to help you. It'll either do like bear with damage, boar that run through and buff your Mongoose Bite, or there we go, or wyvern, it'll just buff all your pets. As far as I understand, that's all it does. But, and I think the main mechanic is to get that buff to summon the next beast off cooldown as fast as possible, because once you use it, you go on cooldown for like 30 seconds or 25 maybe, and then you want to try using abilities to reduce its cooldown as quickly as you can, so you can get more bees getting summoned up. So with that, I think you just look at the kill command, and I think Mongoose Bite, but a lot of kill commands to really just burn it as quickly as you can. You kill command a bunch, and then you use Tip of the Spear after you kill command. And you just AoE with grenades and explosives and flankings and whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to do. The faster you can generate tips, not even just tips, it's the faster you can kill command, I think. The faster you can get it back. I'm pretty sure. But a lot of its playstyle hinges on you being able to summon bear, boar, wyvern, and rotate through them very quickly. The random ass 50 million DPS was doing so random too. Yeah, because you did burst. I think it might have been when you pressed coordinator assault, and you got stampede, and you were just rolling over the mobs. I said just rolling my head on the keyboard, gapping everybody. Yeah. It might have been Stampede, because Stampede does a lot of damage on its own. And on top of the burst that you're doing as well. Because when you pop your cooldowns, you basically can actually chain it so you summon 2 beasts at once. Because like if you can set it up with a kill command, then you go for a coordinated assault, and then you kill command again, you'll summon another beast, and I have 2 of them rolling. With Stampede, and you have a huge tip of the spear buff. I guess what you would want to do is kill command, grenade from a distance, then coordinated assault, grenade, kill command, so you're not wasting tip of the spear charges. Have the fun, definitely main alt if I'm a main. I think Sentinel is much easier to pick up though compared to Pack Leader, in my opinion. I've never really had an easy time doing the Pack Leader survival. I think it's good the changes they did for it, but like I just don't really know like how you're supposed to play it in AoE, because Sentinel is like you grenade and then you play the rest of your rotation, but you just grenade and then you set up a big like storm and then you go from there. But as a pack leader, it seems a lot more involved and a lot more spammy. And then when you add Mongoose Bite in there, which I'm not great with, it's a little rough. Just mean survival in general, probably gonna main it, really fun. I like it a lot. I think they actually made it pretty simple to play. It is a lot of little buffs that you gotta manage, but like the actual play style and rotation is pretty simple. At least I found it pretty simple. It's fun. I wonder if they could do a little bit more streamlining for it, but they're trying to, right? They're trying to make like spamming spear is good enough as an ability. They're trying to make like spamming grenades is just good enough as an ability, and really just trying to encourage like using all those basic buttons more than anything. That makes any sense. Like anytime they give you tier set or any kind of buffs that just reinforcing your basic combat abilities. I do feel like Butchery maybe should have been like an AoE version of Spear or Raptor Strike, right? Just an AoE version of Raptor Strike and something you could spam. Maybe like give it some cooldown reduction mechanics. Maybe like a slide bleed, but something you'll spam in AoE in place of Raptor. That's what I think they should have done. Or allow Butchery to replace like the actual ability of Butchery to replace Raptor Strike. So it becomes a good single target ability with some cleave. Something like that I think would also help a little. Couldn't find anything more infuriating than having to check my spear stacks every time I go press something. It's just a fodder button. Yeah. So the spear shit needs to die. And I'll say maybe weave into Mongoose Fury. I think the idea of using kill command to buff up your next ability is fine, and they basically change the playstyle. You're not kill commanding for resources. You just want to use kill command if there is any resources you can generate, but you're really just trying to like burn off some resources, then you're kill commanding to build up to the spear. Maybe like focus needs to go. Like what if they removed focus out of the game and had you tip this kill command for tip the spear? But no focus. So you plan on cooldowns instead of a focus quickly. Maybe that would do something? I'm so happy you showed me that one video where the guy does the skip Jake. I didn't realize that this whole like the succubus area literally looks over the Black Temple. That is so cool in my brain. I never connected the two. Never connected the two. And it just broke my brain the first time I did this. It's so cool. Makes the skip amazingly easy too. Also, apparently Yogg-Saron has a 6 skip as well. When you kill the big like dude with the left hand and the right hand, you can apparently jump and fly into this like corner of this pillar, and you'll like pass right through it, and right under you is the second to last boss. So you kill him, and then you go to Mimran's head. And since you never really did anything with the other Titans, it's like 0 light. It counts as 0 light. Crazy. Still don't believe that Warglaives and 3 Reese's before Vengeance came out. That is lucky. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it on my Demon Hunters over these next few weeks. And then when Time Walking comes around, so I can get the Illidan Glaives. I gotta get both of them, right? Main hand and offhand on a Demon Hunter. Or do I need to get like one? No. Because I'm not super familiar like with the details of how you unlock it. I just know that you need the glaives. That'd probably be better is you have Raptor Strike hit for 2 or 3 million. Yeah, like because like butchery taking place of Raptor Strike would help streamline the spec. And if you pick up Mongoose Bite, you basically butchery basically is a passive for Raptor Strike, so Raptor cleaves, right? And it'd be cool if they could do like, you know, on the same row as Mongoose Bite, so you either get butchery, so you can get the AoE version, or you get the single target version with Mongoose Bite. Or I guess both of them would be fine too. Wait, I was gonna wait for him. I'll hold these for you till you get out. You fit Illidan after completing the Warglaives of Azeroth achievement. Okay, so wielder set. Okay, a set of Warglaives. Okay, so you need main hand off hand. Got it. Understood. First, I'm here. I love your content. Happy you put a face in your voice. You are for the hard work. Thank you so much, Corella, for joining. Appreciate you. Glad you enjoyed the content. Funny how I say you're able to put the face to the channel. There's a good chance you probably would have seen my face in some VR chat type of videos, but that wouldn't be me. That'd be my twin. We just share our face, or facial features rather. Want to try Thoradol? Go for it. Yeah, Thoradol. I was gonna do Thoradol on all those other Legos after I got to be on the mount, because I'm like, legendaries would be cool, but I'm pretty sure there's like some quest line, or I gotta find somebody with a profession to be able to craft a thing for me, and I just don't really know if I'd be able to find it, or if I'd be able to farm it myself. Maybe it's actually easy, but in my mind I was like, probably difficult. I'm gonna do that last. I'm gonna focus on the mounts, you know. No, it's another tier set in Lemon 2 that's actually really good, outside of the Evoker, with the little, what are they called? Dragons? The Demon Hunter. Apparently that one's really strong. Even though I don't find that one like super engaging. It's just like raw damage buzz, but like apparently damage numbers wise is really good. It just doesn't really change your playstyle that much. Like even the Rogue tier set, like the Outlaw Rogue Fatebound with cooldown reduction, it's like you feel it, sort of. It's not super interesting, but you at least feel it. With the Evokers, you definitely feel it. Like they do a lot of damage. You to see if you can double legendary currently drops. This event is a double loot. Yo, imagine if I kill Illidan and both legendaries, both glaives drop in a single run. Imagine, dude. Imagine. That'd be funny. Probably does. Because there's people that have gotten like Thoradol, or not Thoradol, the Sylvanas legendary, like 3-4 of them in a single box opening. So it can drop. I just don't know if glaives are the same.
I can't attack that target.
You know what? Doing this fight right here reminding me of the whole like the Chinese server, how they'll be doing the whole what's it called? Time walking classic wrath thing or whatever. You know what I'm, no, we just looked at it yesterday. This place, people will be running through this as level 80 characters, getting gear, killing Lich King with Warglaives of Azeroth legendary. Like, it's gonna be kind of wild, and actually that would have been really, really fun. I actually think that would be really, really cool. Imagine the build crafting you could do with that stuff, right? All this gear from various different raids to create an insane character. It's almost like, instead of being like a horizontal progression, it's almost like a parallel progression instead. So new content comes out, you don't necessarily need to get higher levels, you can just kind of dive into it. And all this gear together allows you to make like a giga build. Really hope they end up getting the Titan Forge. Dude, I think they should. I think they'll see how successful it is on Chinese realms, and they'll try it with us as well. I think that's what they're gonna do. What am I looking at here? What am I looking at here? Why are you bobbing your head like that, bro? Hold on, my guy. Why are you bobbing your head like that? What was that position? All right, moment of truth. Nothing. Nothing. Only sadness and a crystal of Spire of Karabor. But no, nothing. Didn't get it. Technically, I have one more attempt, right? Technically, I have one more character I could do. 100% taking the most Wrath Lich, sadly. Yeah, probably. Yeah, because like a lot of the trinkets in like Classic, unless they rework them, you're probably not taking Hand of Justice with like a 4% chance to get a second attack. No, you're probably going to take someone a little more consistent. You know, I think I did the wrong thing. Yeah, I exited the game. I meant to log out. Damn. Damn. I was gonna try another DH. Try another chance at Glaives, because I do have one more DH. But he's got a Doom profile, Tomb profile. Yeah, I think they just replaced that icon globally. Yeah, I think that's all they did, Jake, is just replace that icon globally. They do that a lot, actually. They'll like replace an icon for something globally, and they'll just like, and even models, they'll just replace them. They don't make a second model, they just replace existing ones. They do that quite often. Like, I don't think there's a single, there's an OG Alexstrasza model anymore. They just replaced the Dragonflight version. Same with Caligos. I'm pretty sure, like, all across the game files, they just replace that model. And just when they want Caligos, they just pull up Caligos. They don't have, like, a Caligos Dragonflight, Caligos pre-Dragonflight. They do that quite often. What's the scene? It looks like we're not raiding today. From in for Heroic? Okay, I don't really want to do Heroic. I'm disappointed with them saying take Thunder Fury against the Lich King. I think the cooler thing takes Illidan weapons. I think what they were trying to do is really just put it in like... Maybe Thunder Fury sounds better in Chinese, right? So maybe they just wanted to like... What would sound like culturally more like significant? So they're probably like... For me and you, take the Warglaives of Azeroth, I guess the Lich King, it's like, oh, you really get the concept of what they're trying to do. But I think what they were trying to do is maybe like trying just to give the Chinese audience like an idea of what this content is, right? So basically, time walking bonanza where all the content is scaled to level 80. And to really take the point home, they will like take Thunder Fury, a vanilla weapon, to fight the Lich King. And it's like, oh, okay, I see what you're trying to go with. I see what you're trying to... Because again, that whole Asian audience never really got to like play with Mop Remix. Right, where everything's scaled to your level. We're able to go to max level and everything. Right? So I think that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to like illustrate it or whatever. But yeah, I kind of agree with you. I kind of agree. Because Thunder Fury was a cool weapon. It was iconic. It is well known. It is a well-known weapon. But I think that's what they're trying to say is like take an item from Classic and then go kill a boss in Wrath of Lich King, and they were just like swap one for the other. Take one that's very well known, take one that's very well known. I think it'd be in like like in comparison if let's say they said like take the Manslayer or the Karaji to kill Festergut, right? It just wouldn't have had like the same, it just wouldn't roll off the tongue the same way. You know what I mean? I was trying to find some random ass mob. Random ass, like not really super. That's something that just bounces up into your brain. Character. I don't think they were really trying. Yeah, I think they took the point home. But for me, the coolness aspect of Illidan. Oh no, I agree. Coolness aspect of Illidan, I totally get you on that front. Yes, I would have also been like much happier to see that. Take the Warglaives of Azeroth straight to Lich King. Yeah, the Illidan and Arthas. No, I agree with you fully. I think they were just trying to find a way to like, how do we get this across in like the most easiest way possible. Oh yeah, take this vanilla item to kill this old wrath guy. Yeah. I don't think they thought too hard about it either. Honestly, I don't think they thought too much because it doesn't really need a lot of thought. But I get what you mean completely. Hold on, I want to see if I can spawn to Asia over here. Nah, doesn't find a good gif. Be interested if they bother doing the opening of the Encourage event, since they had shitload of world bosses. I think it'd be cool if they were to like reintroduce it with a bunch of world bosses for you to farm for gear. Yeah, I think that'd be cool if they were just like, hey, everything is on a table and you can get items from any boss and everything scales to 80. That'd be cool. It would just give you like a ton of content, right? It's kind of like Mop Remix too, right? Or like a Mop Remix, everything was on the table. Except you didn't really farm the world bosses for the best gear. The gear was also done very, very differently too. But imagine if like every boss had like specific, unique, rare items instead of us just being able to get gear with stats and put gems in them, right? I think that would have been awesome. I think it would have been the right way of doing it. Because basically you got power, you got game, you got power essentially, right? Because we had power building instead of like gear building, gear set building. But you got power from everything. So if they added like world bosses from like the Encourage or whatever, yeah, if anything against your power, you can use it. I think it would have been fine. Like, just me personally. Again, we'll probably get an idea of what they're going to be doing. It would have been awesome to actually experience that content. Maybe they'll save it for later, right? They'll give us Legion Remix, and then later down the line, NA will get access to like Titan Forged. But it's interesting how they use the word Titan Forged. Just notable, you know what I mean? Just notable. You can mount here? Did it pull? No. Just released here since it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Although I think a lot of the Wrath, unless they retune them, I think Wrath classic tier sets weren't that good, right? Pretty sure Wrath and TBC will probably be the better ones. Maybe they'll be, because a lot of the vanilla sets were very simplistic. Like they would give you like parry and like using sprint now has a slightly shorter cooldown or something like that, right? Wasn't it like some random ass little like convenience bonuses? Or like now your buff costs a little bit less mana. I just don't think those would translate super well, you know, compared to like actual big impact. Because all the tier sets throughout the expansions were like one up in themselves, and up in themselves, and up in the ante, and up in the ante. So you kind of almost always wanted to get a new tier set. It was stronger than the previous one. Eight set bonus and then ICC 4 set. Okay, so maybe that'll be interesting if you could go like 4 and 4. Yeah, the 8 set actually is interesting now they mention it. Wait, are these guys not dying? I was gonna say for a second, why they're not dying? What set for resto would be a WL. Pay chain hit bonus to an additional target. Yeah, stuff like that. Well, that's a 4 set. What was a 2 set? You know what I mean? Like, imagine, like, is the 4 set worth it when the 2 set kind of mediocre? I'm pretty sure Majordan... Maybe I can look it up, actually. Let's get that song. Let's see if I can look it up. See if I can look up the anniversary classic stuff. Gear sets. Shaman. Wait. Item sets. Shaman. Oh, lightning bolt, chain lightning, and shock spells have a 20% chance to grant nature damage. But I guess there's one for healer, one for DPS though, isn't there? Oh, increase the amount of heal by chain heal to target beyond the first by 30%. Improve the chance to get a critical strike on nature spells. When you cast healing wave or less healing wave, the 20% chance target also receives a free lightning shield that causes 50 nature damage to attacker on hit. I mean, that's kind of neat. Radius of totems. There's a 3-piece, 5-piece, 8-piece bonus. It's not like 2-piece, 4-piece. Unless they changed that, but I'm seeing 3-piece, 5-piece. That was SOD. Oh, okay. Am I looking at the wrong one then? Okay. So which one was it? WoW, Resto, Shaman, Tier, Said, BWL. There's one for War Within. WoW Classic, Resto, Shaman, Tier Set. WoW Classic, Shaman, Armor Tier Sets. BWL. What tier was that? Tier 1? BWL is like tier 2, right? Is that it? 10 storms? 3Ps. Increases armor gain. Amount healed by chain heal beyond first target. Yeah, BW there. Blackwing there. So 3 set increases your chain heal targets beyond the first 3. This is for like classic. I don't think this is SOD. Is it? No, you were right. The first one I said about damage increase was SOD. So this only increases the amount healed past the first. So just any side targets or anything that chains to anything else besides the first. First chance of getting critical strikes and nature spells by 3. When you cast healing wave or lesser healing wave, 25% chance to grant a stack of lightning shield. Yeah. I mean, that seems okay. Like maybe this first one, but it's a 3 set. I guess you would go 3 set on 5 set. This is the Encourage, I think. Does it have a bonus? Reduces mana cost of your totem spells by 12%. Oh, this is 2 set, 4 set. Increases mana gain from your mana spring. Healing wave, lesser heal. Have a chance to imbue target with totemic power. Totemic power. This is a PvP one, yeah. PvP set. Another PvP set. And one of them was the... Oh, was that the... Oh, was that not the... Encourage set? Or was that the, Extrema set? You got increase chain heal targets when increased healing is so big. Yeah, I guess my assumption was, weren't some of those like early tier sets from vanilla kind of primitive and not really that good? So then you would want to swap out of them. Or am I wrong about that? Chaos Theory? I didn't realize in Chaos Theory. I was under the impression they were all pretty mediocre. Like decent enough for the time, but like I just don't really know how they would do well now. I wish I could see. Can I actually see item sets? Let's see if I'm looking for item sets for like a different class. Like let's do rogue, right? Let's do rogue. Let's do outlaw. Let's do it to like. Okay, I can see item sets for motor expansions. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to see them. This is the current ones. I was gonna compare old ones to current. Gotta be a way to do it, right? I had rogue tier sets. There's all transmogs. But maybe I can still see the bonuses. Knight's Slayer armor. Oh, there are bonuses. Like, look, reduces the cooldown of your vanishing ability by 30 seconds. which I guess is kind of okay. Maybe for Outlaw that could be really good. Actually, that is pretty strong. That was like a talent for us, wasn't it? Increases the maximum energy by 30, wouldn't be great. Vanish shields you for 500. So like, maybe the 3 set is okay, but it's just not great. Let's say you go to like Netherblade. What's the bonuses here? Increases the duration of slice and dice by 3 seconds. Like, very mediocre. Finisher moves have a 15% chance to get your calm points. It's kind of okay, but not amazing. Right? Like, kind of like, not great. Eviscerate and venom abilities deal 40% increased damage. That's good. Attacks have a chance to make an cost of energy. That's good too. Hey, that's energy economy here. Right? That's massive. Let's say Bone Scythe for Wrath of Lich King. Increases damage dealt by Rapture and Eviscerate by 10. Direct damage increases, already solid. Increases the energy cost of your calm point moves, so you got better resource economy and more damage. Compared to like, Vanish is a slightly shorter cooldown. And maybe there was a talent that you could make work with Vanish, but like, it's really primitive in a way. Bloodfang, let's do tier 2. PWL version. Increases the chance to apply poison to target by 5%. Not bad. But 3 set is okay. Maybe certain builds that could be good. Throws damage reduction of paint. Defensive, but like not amazing. Gives Rogue a chance to inflict 25 damage on a target and heal the Rogue for 4 health on a melee hit. So like 8 set, they would need to scale really high for you to go all 8. You know what I mean? Or you could go for like one of the Wrath sets. What is this one? Let's say Charblade tier of 25. What is the bonus here? Deadly poison causes it to gain 1 energy, so better resource economy, more reliable. Increases damage done on Eruption of Viscera by 20%. So previous one was 10, that was 20. So direct scaling to it. Let's say the Wrath of Lich King version, right? Let's see what that one was. Your Tricks of Trade ability grants you 15 energy instead of costing energy. So this is now direct energy economy, but you're also buffing the damage of another class. So there's some group synergy. Gives you melee finisher moves a 30% chance to add 3 calm points to your target. Again, better resource economy. Ain't bad. I guess what I was just trying to say is like, oh wait, what? Did I miss looting Illidan? He's gone. I didn't loot him. Is he in my bags? Please tell me it's in my bags, bro. Please tell me it's in my bags, bro. I can't handle it, dude. Actually, why am I porting to Warglaives? I really don't want to port to Warglaives in this game. Let's go Dalaran Hearthstone. I think I missed looting Illidan and he just despawned on me. Bro, he just despawned on me. Does he actually just despawn after a while? I would just look at different tier sets. I was more interested. Actually, when you think about it, rogue tier sets have actually been kind of boring from the get-go, huh? Okay, there's an egg. Another egg. Nothing really here. They got a. How many helms did I get, dude? Faceplate over the impenetrable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7. I guess I didn't have that as a Mog note, but now I do. That's cool. What is that set? What is that, Blizzard? Alrighty, boys. I'm probably gonna have to call it here. I gotta get myself something to eat. I want to get some work done. I'll probably do a coverage on one of the classes. Probably take a look at the vocal changes. Honestly, because I need to take a look at the class changes and tier sets and stuff. Probably do that later tonight. Ignoring the 2 set and the 6 set, the 4 and 8 is considered Wrath Lich King. Normal melee swings have a chance to invigorate you, healing you. Backstab, Sinister Strike, Hemorrhage, critical hits, cause you to regain 5 energy. Ooh, okay. Reduces the threat from your backstab. That's actually pretty good. No, 6 set for vanilla or back in the day, reducing aggro was huge because you could just hit stuff as hard as you wanted to. You didn't need to manage aggro. Your visit has a chance for calm point to reveal the flaw in your enemy's armor. Critical hit chance of your next backstab. Ooh, guaranteed crit. That's so good. Rejuvenation ticks have a chance to restore 60 mana. Oh, that's actually really good. Or to rage to your target. Wait, that's actually really cool. Yeah, some of those stats were really awesome. So imagine being able to combine like some of those cool ones. Yeah, compared to the ones I was looking at, these are much better. What set is that for? That is nuts. Next 3 sets? Wow, that's crazy. So that's the original vanilla one. Yeah, they went hard. I know for some reason they decided to go backwards. These went hard. These are cool as hell. Because they're just like full value and in context really well. Again, do we need to like prune things like the 6 set? Like I said, the threat thing isn't an issue. Normal melee swings also not really necessary, but like the 4 set and the 6/8 set are pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. So that you get like maybe an 8 set, but like basically 2 set, 4 set from one expansion, then 2 set, 4 set from another. Or you can go like 2 set, 4 set, then 2 set and 2 set. You know what I mean? They need to prune them a little bit, like all the useless ones. I had to change them to just like some kind of like a spell power, attack power increase or something. Probably. But I'm sure they'll have like more information on what that content Titan Forge is going to be like. Maybe it'll be really, really cool. But yeah. Alrighty. You guys have a good one though. I am going to call it here. Get myself something to eat and then get work done. No raid. So unless I want to go do a heroic, I'm chilling. And then tomorrow I'm planning on grilling something up, so that should be really, really fun. I see 4 set Nox and Nax. Oh, that's just an insane energy con. Not familiar with the bonuses specifically, but I imagine they'll be really good if you, as you say. Yeah, I have no idea what they would be. Okay, we have a world quest. What the hell? With the shells, turtle shells? Yeah, that is broken. Too hard. What is that? Why is it so messed up like that? What'd you do? Alrighty, you guys have a good one. I'll catch you later. Peace.